right, what's good, what's good, what's good? Hope everything is well with everybody. Ooh, hold on. Turn this volume up. What's going on, Adrian Vent in the building, man? What's happening with you? Hold on, man. All right, yeah, that's the right one. Hold on one second. Let me get. All right, cool. I got it. Sorry about that, man. I had a couple extra people. I had an extra screen open. My man, Adrian Vent in the building. What's going on, man? Rick Blackwell, what's going on, sir? Real Life Living said, what's up, man? What's up? Good. What's up, my guy? He said, much love and respect this morning for Fannon and Wrench fam. Absolutely, man. What's going on? Julian said, got any excuses for the night, Canelo? Man, Canelo ain't gonna make no excuses. Man, I'm going Team Canelo, man. I'm sick of it. Man, I want to be Team Canelo again, man. I hate that he tested positive for them steroids, man. God dog, man, that ruined it for me, man. But there's so many other people running around here out here like hypocrites, man. I think I might become a hypocrite and just flat out admit, dog, that I like Canelo Alvarez, dog. I'll actually be upset if Canelo Alvarez loses to Caleb Plant, man. I like Canelo, man. I like his attitude. I like the way the dude fights. All of that stuff, man. It's just the performance-enhancing drugs, man. That is it. That is the only thing, and it's killing me. It's killing me. It's killing me. Freddie Jimenez said, good morning, Fannon. Yeah, man, another Spanish fighter, and we all know the outcome of this fight. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, though, man. I don't know. Oh, you talking about, for Gervonta? I told you. Dude, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. You could have 5,000. You could have 5,000 black men in the running to fight Tank, and one guy named Felipe Lopez. And I promise you, Felipe Lopez is getting the fight. They picked that shit off a name, man. They picked that off of the name. I'm telling you, man, it's biased, man. They bias against the black man over there in the Gervonta Tank Davis camp. I'm telling you. He ain't fighting. No, when is the last time this dude fought somebody that did not have a Spanish last name? Let us review. You know what I'm saying? Let's review this. It's so much overkill on this, man, that, it's just got to be said, man. You got to find some way at some point in time, Tank, to convince these guys to let you fight somebody. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen on this, man. I'm going to do a share screen on this. Just real quick, because I want to review this, okay? Share screen. All right, so. All right, y'all can see this. Mario Barrios, Leo Santa Cruz, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. K. Got Liam Walsh in there. Got Liam Walsh in there 3 years ago. 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. All right, got another white boy in there. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and a James Frank. In his third fight, in his fourth fight. Let's see what James Frank looked like. No picture for James Frank, but he's an inactive featherweight from Newport News, Virginia. So James Frank more than likely is black. If that ain't called way too many times, dog, something's got to be said, man. Tank, you got to fight one of these black dudes, man. Sorry, dude, you're ducking black fighters. I like Tank. But we got, in this conversation, we talking about two people, man. One dude's on juice and the other guy's ducking black. The other dude won't fight black fighters. And that's crazy, man. Tank is straight up NBF. Don't get too hard on Bob Arum and his matchmakers with that no black fighter stuff. If Tank is NBF. You know what I mean? Because Tank is straight NBF. My man Frank Black Fonz in the chat. What's going on, man? Michael Kirkland in the building. Let's see. Roll down here real quick, man. Giovanni Walker, man, still supporting the channel like a champ, man. Giovanni Walker said, Fannon, what do you think about Trevor Bryant versus Wilder matchup? It's not happening. That it's not happening. Man, Deontay Wilder ain't coming back to fight Trevor Bryant. I'll be shocked if that fight happens. Let me put it that way. I'll be shocked if that happens. And also, there's no such thing as a WBA regular belt. So I saw that. And I'm like, first of all, there's no such thing as a WBO. There's no such thing as a WBC regular belt. So what belt are they fighting for the WBC? The silver or an interim? Because they don't have a regular belt. They have the WBC champion. And as far as I know right now, Tyson Fury has that belt. And he's going to be ordered to fight Dillian White. I would have him knocking out Trevor Bryant, but there's nothing I really think about that, man. Nothing I really think about that. Jamarcus Banks in the building. Much love in that super chat, man. Thank you so much for the support, man. Thank you so much, man. Be Easy said, this is like Apollo Creed looking for Rocky. All the time. Dog, is getting old, man. It's getting old. Seriously, man, I'm a big Tank fan, but look, you know what? Actually, that's what I needed. If Tank fights one more Spanish-speaking fighter after this guy, Isaac Cruz, and I am not paying for that fight, by the way. You're not getting that money out of me. Not for that. I am going to become a Canelo Alvarez fan again, and I do not care. If Canelo Alvarez, if Gervonta Davis does not have to fight black fighters, I'm okay with Canelo using steroids. That's gonna be my cornball excuse to like Canelo Alvarez, because then there ain't nothing really not to like about Canelo Alvarez other than that juice, other than that juicy juice. But I hope everybody's doing well this morning, man. Julian latest Simon said, I want a home gym ring like Wilder. Hey man, get that money like Wilder. Jay Leno said Floyd has neutered Tank, no more dog in him. Tank is cool fighting these hand-picked fights right now. Yeah, I mean, he's getting that money, but I don't think I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. At a certain point in time, dog, Gervonta got to step up and say, look, man, I got to fight somebody for real. You know, and they're going to tell him, no, we are in here to make this money, Tank. We're not in here to get these up to make any money for anybody else. And that is what Floyd Mayweather Jr. has turned into, man. Somebody that does not want to partner with other people on Gervonta Tank Davis's fights. It may be because Mayweather Promotions doesn't have another fighter, man. New Light 76 said, great boxing channel for Fannon and chat. What's up? That's what's up, man. Thank you. Yeah, said Jacobs is black. Thank you. I figured that somewhere way down there in like the fourth or fifth fight before he got with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Because I think he had a few fights before he signed with Mayweather Promotions. I think he turned pro, and then it was a few fight in, man. CB504 said, what up, Martin? Not the steroids. What about okay with Canelo not fighting other Mexicans instead of the steroids? He's already going to always get away with that. Look, man, I think he'll fight other Mexicans. He said he'll fight David Benavidez. I mean, I ain't really tripping. What Mexicans are there at 168 for him to fight? He's kind of big on the Mexican side, dog, just to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many Mexicans are up there? At 175? I mean, I guess you got like, what's that man's name? Used to be with Top Rank now. What's the guy's name, man? Used to be with Top Rank, and now he's fighting. Now he's Gilberto Ramirez. I guess he could fight like Gilberto Ramirez or Jaime Munguia, but typically speaking, dog, those guys there's not a lot of Mexican fighters at 160 and 168, man. Most of the Mexican fighters are in smaller weight classes, all the way up to maybe welterweight. But after around welterweight, you start running out of Mexicans. You know what I mean? You may be able to run into some some fighters from Argentina. But there's not a lot of Mexicans. Like, there's one Mexican heavyweight. I don't know how many Mexican cruiserweights there are. Maybe a couple Mexican light heavyweights. David Benavidez at 168. And he's about the only one. Oh, I'm sorry. 175, you got Gilberto Ramirez. At 168, you've got David Benavidez. 154, I think you got Jaime Munguia at 154 if he's still at 154. But then at 147, I mean, I don't even think you got very many Mexican fighters at 147. Straight up, not many Mexican. Yeah, they got like Virgil Ortiz at 147 at the top. And then at 140, you're going to start getting them packed. At lightweight, they're going to start packing up. 130 pounds, you're going to have a slew of them to fight at 130. But they just tend to be, the boxers tend to be smaller guys. You know, I don't know if that means if like the taller guys are playing soccer or whatever, but you know, that's kind of what I see out of it, man. Giovanni Walker in that super chat, man. Thank you for that support, man. Said Butzo's skilled is so good. 1 round wasn't accessible. Yeah, man, that man is good there, man. Castano versus Charlo rematch. Yeah, Castano's not Mexican. Brian Castano's Argentine. Is from Argentina. Brian Castano, if that's what you brought that up for, Brian Castano's from Argentina. He's not from Mexico. I'm telling you, man, that's just how that works. It's just how it's working. Most of your Asian fighters are going to be below 118 pounds and below. You have a lot of Asian fighters. Anything from 130 pounds down, 35 pounds down, you're going to have a lot of Mexicans. From 120 pounds to maybe 160 pounds, you're going to have a lot of black fighters. And then you got some Eastern Europeans at the cruiserweight, Eastern Europeans at light heavyweight, cruiserweight, and a mix of people at heavyweight. I don't know what that is, man. Man, don't diss Blue Blood on the channel, man. That ain't cool. Blue Blood's a good dude, man. Ain't no need, man. I appreciate you coming to the channel, but there's no need to diss Blue Blood on the channel. That's a good dude, man. Works hard, likes talking, works hard every day, likes talking about boxing. There ain't nothing wrong with that at all, man. And Antoine Foreman said, I strongly agree, Fannon. I am from Baltimore. Be more, been a Tank fan for a long time, even been in the gym at the same time, bro, when he was 18 years old. It's time for him to step up. Yes, it's been time. Yeah, man, he got to come on, man. Yeah, it's a good dude, man. There's no, you know what I mean? Troy Robinson said, yep, we don't breed too many fighters. Yeah, we don't breed too many fighters that small. Yeah, man, there ain't a lot of black fighters below like 100 and 122 pounds. Not a lot. We got some, and we got a couple good ones, man. Yeah, he said, yeah. It's a good dude, man. I don't never participate in that let's all get together and hate on another channel type of dumb shit. It is, you know what I mean? Dumb stuff. Excuse my language. Yeah, my mama said shit ain't a cuss word, so I can say shit on my chat now. But anyway, man, like I said, man, we got so looks like your boy Gervonta Davis is going to be fighting Isaac Cruz, and therefore it looks like I'm going to be saving $50 or whatever it is, because man, I think for the first time I'm about to dig in Tank's pocket and go to stream, man. I don't think I can buy that, man. No joke. I don't think I can buy that. That is nonsense. I know there's somebody better than Isaac Cruz. Unless you try and say they ain't got no money to pay the other guy and they weren't paying Rolly Romero anything. They gotta have somebody better than that to fight. And it is time for him to fight these other guys to fight each other. I did hear that the Jojo Diaz versus Devin Haney fight is supposed to be on. That's what Jojo Diaz said. Jojo Diaz said he agreed to the contract and he sent the contract back. So now the ball is over there in Devin Haney's court to make the fight, I do believe, man. You say paying for that. Hey, Big Dollar said you paying for the pit bull. I'll pay for the pit bull. I got to, dog. CeeLo Sign said, respect Blue Blood TV, respect Fannon. Yeah, man. Dude, he's a good dude. You know what I mean? Like anybody, I can be naggy and I don't always agree with people. But, the dude's a hardworking dude, got a good channel, man. All of that good stuff. Please don't come over here dissing other people, man. You know what I mean? Please don't do that. Please, please, please don't do that, man. King Hitman said, what do you think of Michelle Rivera? Not for Tank. I like him a lot. I like Michelle Rivera. I think that he's, let me put it this way. I think he'll beat Ryan Garcia. I would love to see him fight Ryan Garcia. I'll put him a notch up. I put him a notch up on Ryan Garcia right now. Because I'm not a true believer in Ryan Garcia, but Michelle Rivera looks very, very, very good, man. I don't know who he's going to actually get to fight. I wouldn't mind seeing Michelle Rivera versus Devin Haney. Think that would be a good fight. Very, very good fight, man. Very good fight. He's very balanced and he's very strong. You know what I mean? He's a strong fighter, and I like that about him, man. Jamarcus Banks said, if any man or woman that gets up and be consistent on giving the public updated information and just continuous information, just keep things going, why should anyway talk down and hate on them? Yeah, pretty much, man, because they don't agree with your person, because they don't agree with your opinion because they don't agree with your opinion. And also to jock other people. That's pretty much the 9 times out of 10 is what it is. Because they don't have any, because nobody's listening to them talk. You know what I'm saying? Because because very few people want to hear what they have to say. So they tie their names with other people's names. And that's what they do. You know what I mean? So like I would never do this, right? So say I want a whole bunch of people to come to my channel. I'll start talking a lot of crap about Blue Blood. Or I'll start talking a lot of crap about Dante's Boxing Nation or something like that. And I'll put their names in my chat, be like debunking this guy. And then everybody that hates them will come in and, oh yeah, you're so right. Yeah, you're so right. You know, that type of crap, man. That's what a whole bunch of guys do, man, that's how a lot of guys try to get on. They try to get on like that. By starting an imaginary debate with somebody. You know what I mean? At the other person's expense. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of that stuff is, man. And I'm not into that, man. I'm not going to do that, dog. Giovanni Walker, much love in that super chat, said Tank versus Isaac Pitbull is a tune-up fight. It is. Much love in that super chat, man. Thank you so much for your support. Yeah, it is. It is a tune-up fight. 100 miles an hour is a tune-up fight. And it is a trashy tune-up fight. I don't believe it. The guy's a prospect. He's a prospect. And I heard people say that, you know, it's a step-up fight. That it's a respectable fight. That's not a respectable fight, man. It's not on pay-per-view. Not on pay-per-view. You know what I mean? But I guess if it's a last-minute replacement, they got a month. You know what I'm saying? They got a month. They got a straight-up month. But somebody will take that fight, is in training, can take a 4-week training camp. And I don't think, but maybe they couldn't find anybody to take a 4-week training camp. Anyways, Silo Silence said, and thank you so much for the support, and everybody that supports in the super chat is very, very important. Thank you so much, man. Silo Silence said, I think Devin Haney's too big for Tank. Naturally, get Devin Haney some fights. All the doc is in around. It's time for these 4 young horsemen to get busy. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But, you know, I think he's big enough to fight Devin Haney. You know, size ain't everything, man. You know, height ain't everything. As far as his size and his strength, he's plenty big for Devin Haney. Plenty big. It's the reach. It's the reach for Devin Haney that would be the issue for me and whether or not in Devin Haney's footwork, because Devin Haney gonna stay on the bike with Tank, and that's honestly, man, when I look at that fight, I think that there's a chance that Devin would lose that fight because Devin Haney would stay on the bike. If Devin Haney stays on the bike and he really can't pot shot him, then he's probably going to lose that. He's going to lose that fight for running. You know, lose it because Gervonta's being the aggressor. And if he sits down with him, I don't think he can inside fight with Gervonta. Gervonta's hands are too fast and he hits too hard. Like, if you can say one thing about him, that Mario Barrios fight, where Mario Barrios was that much bigger than him, man, he cleaned Mario Barrios' clock. He's very, very strong, even for 150, even for 140 pounds, man. Gervonta Davis really cracks a punch, really packs a wallop in that punch, man. Damon Wester said, any word yet on David Benavidez's new opponent? I don't know that his brother is fighting. I do know that his brother is fighting at 154 now, And on the card, yeah. He's fighting a black dude. I can't remember his name. Absolutely. Hold on, man. Yeah, they replaced him, man. Hold on, man. David Benavidez. David Benavidez replacement. He's Kyron Davis. Yeah. Kyron Davis is replaced Jose Escadigi. Kyron Davis replaced him. So yeah, that fight's on. That's my guy right there. Jose Benavidez. When he gets on, dog, I get to have all my Mexican subscribers back. I get to get my Mexican subscribers back once my man gets back on, dog. Because I lost all dude. I used to have a bunch of real cool dudes, man. Chico Lopez, the real Chico Lopez, used to come around, dog. But I ain't seen the real Chico Lopez since Canelo Alvarez tested positive for the juice, man. They left, man, and I don't like it, man, because I used to like to talk every morning with my Mexican, with a lot of the Mexican dudes that used to come by, man. But they broke out after that Canelo shit, man. Oh my God. Be Easy said, "Hey Martin, good video yesterday on Boots being the new boogeyman in 147, and I say yes, he is, except for Spence. Yeah, Spence gonna fight that dude." They can all, y'all, anybody trying to put that on. He said, Chico Lopez, a hater of too many. Yeah, I like Chico Lopez, though. I like Chico Lopez. I don't care if he's a hater, man. I like Chico Lopez, man. The real Chico Lopez is a cool dude, man. I liked him. I like the guy. He'll come around. He just rides with Terrence Crawford. And he rides with Terrence Crawford, and he rides with Canelo Alvarez, and there ain't no problem with that, dog. He's down with the WBC. He's real close with the WBC and Maurice Suleiman and those guys. And, you know, it is what it is, man. But I like him. You know, see, dude, that's how I'm not like that. I'm not the type of person that has to agree with you about everything. You know what I mean? I ain't that big a fan of the way that the WBC has been making decisions. But I respect that man is cool with the WBC, and he's like an ambassador for the WBC. And there's nothing, dude, the WBC ain't all bad. You know what I mean? They make maybe 5-6 decisions I don't like. You know what I mean? They make fights all the time. They make hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fights, man. And a lot of the fights that I like, they make a bunch of decisions that I like. You know what I mean? A bunch of decisions that I like. And, you know, so it is what it is, man. I ain't gonna be on all that no more, man. Seriously, I'm not ripping down on everybody and like if they don't agree with me, then they're the worst person in the world. All of that garbage, man. That's just not real life, man. It's just not real life. You know what I mean? Like Ring Magazine. I'm telling you, man, I'm relaxing. I'm trying to be positive in my old age, dog. I need to get my blood pressure down. So like Ring Magazine, dude, I'm not blasting on these guys because I don't like their pound for pound list. You know, the fact of the matter is I can come up with my own pound for pound list. Don't look nothing like theirs. You know what I mean? Because trust me, Shakur Stevenson is on my pound for pound list, and so is Jaron Ennis, and so is Ray Vargas. And ain't nobody gonna have little King Ray Vargas anywhere near their pound for pound list but me. But I'm putting Lil Ray Vargas on my pound for pound list, because if you tell me a whole bunch of people bigger are gonna beat that little midget, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That dude is a dog, man. Love me some Ray Vargas. Now I say Ray, not Ray Vargas, Ray Martinez. Ray Vargas, I ain't that big on, man. Top Dog in the building said, damn, everybody respects Terrence Crawford. I'm starting to think he might beat Spence. Don't ever do that, Top Dog. That's because that's what they think. Man, look, man, that's what the media will do. That's what the media will do. They will say something enough times where you'll start to believe it. You know what I mean? So watch. Super chat me. Now let me see if you just do it, because I say that a million times. I'm telling you, man, that's how them dudes will do you, man. They'll just repeat the same thing a million times, man. But look, on the real, that's a good fight. That's a real good fight, man. My man said, what about Headbutt Chinko? Yeah, yes. Hold on, Headbutt Chinko. Vasily Lomachenko? Yeah, hell yeah, Vasily Lomachenko's on my, DA said, hell no. Heck yeah, he's on my pound for pound list. Lomachenko? Man, I'm a huge Lomachenko fan now. I'm telling you, I'm a huge Lomachenko fan right now. Love it. Because you know what it's like? Lomachenko, being a fan of Lomachenko is kind of like, God, man, what it's kind of like being in the movie theater all by yourself. You know what I mean? Like you just wait a little while. Everybody else watch the movie, but you show up you show up at an afternoon show and it's not all packed. You get in there early and you're in a seat by yourself. When you order your popcorn, they bring you your popcorn real quick, you know, and it's just a nice environment because it's not crowded. That's how I feel about Vasily Lomachenko right now. Vasily Lomachenko, all these fans, these fake faux fans of Lomachenko all disappeared. And now I can sit back and tell you, Lomachenko's going to beat somebody you ain't going to like. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody jumped ship on Lomachenko at right around that Teofimo Lopez fight. And now, dude, I'm a fan of Lomachenko. He's not overrated anymore. He's not. If anything, the dude's underrated. Because I would have him over Teofimo Lopez for sure, dog. What's going on, Southern T Boxing? You know what I mean? Damon Wester, man, I appreciate it. Said you top dog. You right Bud smashes arrow all day, man. Look at y'all Bud fans back in the building. Much love in that super chat for the Bud fans, dog. I like that, dog. We got the Bud fans back. We got the Bud fans back in the building. Y'all are speaking like y'all got some courage now all of a sudden because Arrow got his eye injured. That's what it is. Y'all brave now. Y'all brave now because he got a fight on his coming up, man. I can't wait for that, dog. Cannot wait for that fight, man. Antoine Foreman said, yo, Fannon, what about Tio to take over Lopez on your list? No. Yeah, he is. He on there. He's on there. Right below Shakur Stevenson. On the real, I don't even know. I haven't seen him fight in so long, man. I forgot how he fights. But on the cuff, for real, would I put him up there? No. I wouldn't. It's a popular thing to do, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't think he's well-rounded enough, honestly. I don't think he's well-rounded enough. See, like my guys are Canelo out. These are the guys that I would put on there if I was just like, for real, I would put on there. Steroid neutral, all right? Steroid neutral, man. Steroid neutral. I would put Terrence Crawford number 1. I would put Canelo Alvarez number 2. I put Errol Spence number 3. I put Lomachenko probably number 4. I put Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Jaron Ennis, Beterbiev. I don't do heavyweights, so I'm not going to put Usyk there. I might throw Inoue on there. Gary Russell Jr. But no, I ain't even throwing Inoue on there because I don't think he's well-rounded like that. Inoue on. I throw Gary Russell Jr. on there. Haney. No, not putting Haney on my pound-for-pound list. I ain't putting Tio on my pound-for-pound list. I'm not putting Ryan on my list. I'm not putting Devin on there. They got to prove it, man. They got to prove it. Nah, because he's a heavyweight, man. No. I'll put Beterbiev on there, though. And I'll put Jermell and Jamal on there. Detroit says, Super Chat, you said it a million times. Loma beat Tio in a rematch by unanimous decision, and you knew it. That's why I ain't got him on my list. He ain't got no heart. I'm not putting prima donnas on my list, dog. He ain't got no heart. I don't believe Teofimo Lopez got the heart, man. If you won't give Vasily Lomachenko a rematch, I don't believe you got the heart, dog. I don't believe you got the heart. I think he's going to punk out in the fight. That's what I think. Oh, Josh Taylor. Throw Josh Taylor up in there. I like Josh Taylor. Throw Josh Taylor in there. But yeah, so is that more than 10? Like Josh Taylor, let me see. Josh Taylor, Beterbiev. Let me get the non-obvious ones. Josh Taylor, Beterbiev, Lomachenko. Okay, those are the non-obvious ones. Jamal, Gary. Errol, Ennis, Crawford, Canelo. Somebody I'm missing. I don't believe in Inoue yet, so I can't do that. There's somebody I'm missing there. I want to kind of put, if Usyk was at cruiserweight, I might say Usyk. Because Usyk is, I might say Usyk. I think Usyk probably, but he's at heavyweight, so I can't do that. But Usyk would probably, if he wasn't a heavyweight, I'll put Usyk up there. I know there's somebody else I'm missing. Oh, David Benavidez. I'll throw David Benavidez on there. David Benavidez. Throw his ass on there too. Because I think David Benavidez, I'm not going to put Devin Haney on the list ahead of David Benavidez. I don't think he's as good a fighter as David Benavidez. Raleigh, oh yeah, let's put Raleigh in the top 10 overrated fighters in all of boxing. Bum squad, that's bum squad. The bum squad list, absolutely. Fahim, where my man Fahim go? Nah, Fahim said if Loma had won, would he give Timo a rematch? Hell, I don't know. I'm not a mind reader, dog. If it was a close fight, I would say he should. I don't know. You don't know either, man. That's a lot of guessing, huh? That's a cockamamie excuse, Fahim. Straight up cockamamie excuse. You don't know what Teofimo, you don't know what Vasily Lomachenko would have done in that instance. Do not know. Don't know. He didn't lead a weight class. Everybody else he didn't give a rematch to, that probably should have gave a rematch to, he left the weight class. So I don't know, man. The question is, will Teofimo Lopez give him a rematch? Let's deal with reality, dog. Stop butchering Gervonta's name, man. I said Gervonta. What is it not pronounced Gervonta, Wayne? How did I butcher his name? Gervonta. His name's Gervonta. Gervonta Tank Davis. I know I didn't miss that. Said, hey, Andre Wilson, what's going on, man? I don't think I've asked a question for you. Said, hey, Fannon, I got pushed off YouTube. Can you wrench me back up? Yeah, man. How'd you get pushed off YouTube? How'd you get pushed off YouTube? Hit the like button. Yeah, man. Hit the like button and I can do that for sure. Just don't mess me over, man, because I did have y'all boys sleep on Loma. I'm not sleep on Loma. Where'd it go? Where you go? There you go. You all moderated up. You moderated up. Yeah, Tank hasn't officially got one yet, but everybody else is saying it. Mark Jones, you got a wrench by saying how you get a wrench. I like wrenches, man. I like wrenches. Here you go, Mark Jones. Don't abuse the wrench, man. Welcome to the squad. Welcome to the squad. Sorry for what confusion? Panama Jack. If he's not going to fight Loma, he needs to fight Haney. Yeah, hey, no worry, Andre Wilson. Jose Rodriguez said, people hate Errol and I don't know why. Oh, they don't like Errol Spence because of Errol Spence Jr.'s fan base. That's why. Same reason they don't like, and plus they've been wrong so many times about Errol, it just sits on them. Because people would tell you, I'm telling you, man, Errol ain't like Jaron Ennis. Errol, hey, no worries, man. No worries, Mark Jones. Just make sure you come by the chat, man. Hit the like, watch the videos. Watch my videos, hit the likes on the videos, man. Look, man. He said, best channel in the land, hands down. Thank you, man, DH. I appreciate you, man. Look, the reason is because Errol did not come up like Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis is already, everybody knows. Like, you don't hear anybody saying that man is not like that. I've not heard anybody other than Terrence Crawford fans, when people say he can beat Terrence Crawford, say that Jaron Ennis is not like that. A whole bunch of people were calling Errol Spence Jr. flat-footed and slow, like some idiots. And so there's a group of people that took that L over there with Kell Brook. And then there's a slew of Terrence Crawford fans that don't like that Errol Spence Jr. is the #1 welterweight. So you'll hear them, you'll hear them bark. But that's pretty much what it is, man. You know what I mean? CB504 said, man, I like Errol. He's the truth. I just think Bud beats him and Boots. Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with thinking that. Ain't nothing wrong with thinking that. If that's what you think, knock yourself out, man. I appreciate you being wrong. One of the two of them are taking an L on Errol, man. I'm telling you, Errol's pressure is different. It's the style of fight, man. I'm telling you, it's like Errol is like a really, really, really good Mexican fighter. That's what it looks like. That's what Errol Spence Jr. looks like to me. He looks like a very nasty Mexican fighter, like a super athletic Mexican fighter. That's what he looks like. And I'm telling you, them slick fighters, this is what the same thing goes. Hey, man, Jacoby says, super chat, super chat, super chat. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, man. Yeah, boot's definitely a problem, man. But here's the thing, man. With Errol, this is my take on Errol, man. Leverage, earby back Baker said, what's good, bro? Calling from the bus, a.k.a. Columbus, Ohio. Shout out to Columbus, Ohio, man. 455 Bentress. What do you think about Wilder, Trevor Bryan, Fannon? I don't think that's true, is what I think. I do not think that's true. I do not think they're aiming at him and Trevor Bryan. I do not believe it. They're going to try to make some money off Deontay Wilder when Deontay Wilder comes back. I think he's going to come back against somebody, against a real fighter, somebody like an Andy Ruiz, somebody like that. Somebody like that. He's going to come. Trevor Bryan, I think he's going to knock out Trevor Bryan. But I am honestly, but to be honest, I have not seen a lot of Trevor Bryan. So, that's just me. That may be just me being biased. I've not seen a lot of Trevor Bryan. I've not. So I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of rumors that get ran around, man. And I think that might be a little bit of a rumor, man, right there. But anyway, back to Errol Spence. Errol Spence Jr. is like a very, very good Mexican fighter. And when you have an A+ level Mexican fighter and they fight like a slick type of fighter, and that slick type of fighter ain't no A+ slick type fighter, that slick type fighter is going to get the brakes beaten off of him. That's what has been consistent for years. If you jump in there, if you ain't Sweet Pea, and you jump in there with Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., you're gonna get beat up. You know what I mean? Like if you're a Meldrick Taylor, you may get a couple rounds, dog, but by the end of that fight, dog, you get murked. That's the thing with Errol Spence Jr., man. And see, also, Errol hasn't looked that strong in his last couple fights, which is reasonable coming off that accident. So, that's my take on that, man. I'm still all the way I'm all the way strap season, though, dog. That Errol Spence Jr., I'm a fan of Errol Spence Jr. Damien Wester said, because Errol used to talk man down, and now he talks about, I don't know why he came to my fight. I'm going to ride my horse and raise my pigs, and that don't sound like a boogeyman to me. What? Man, you reaching like a mug, man. The man ain't partying no more. He used to be, dog, the reason he's out there taking his horses so he don't crash Ferraris coming home from parties. Because he's out there drinking and cohorting and doing all that stuff and converting, what do you call it? And he's just out there running the town like a young man with a lot of money, man. And he decides to go to a rural area, get out of downtown Dallas, and settle his life down, raise his kids and family, and work out and stay on weight. Seems to me like a man that got dedicated, man. Damon, I think you might be getting a little desperate, dog. I ain't gonna lie, man. I think you might be getting a little desperate, dog. I think you may be out there wishing bad things on Errol, man. 50 Band said, Ennis ain't ready. Let Spence hit him with that overhand right. You mean the overhand left? 50 Bands. You mean the overhand left? Because he ain't got no overhand right. That's his jab. The jab, he's got a right-handed jab. So can you throw an overhand right from the front, overhand? I think that would be a right hook. You mean you might be talking about his right hook and not his overhand, because he would have an overhand left, I think. I think that's the way that works, man. You know what I mean? Hey, YouTube effing sucks said Sweet Pea was an A++ fighter, though. Exactly. If you ain't A++, them dudes gonna beat you up, dog. Just on the real. And that's what we'll see. That's what we'll see this weekend. Whether or not Caleb Plant can be that A+ level slick fighter. Because if he's not that A+ level slick fighter, he's going to get walked down by Canelo Alvarez, And as he tires, Canelo Alvarez is going to start wearing on that dude and beating him like a piñata. You know what I'm saying? Give him the piñata treatment. That's what happens when it's, and I'm telling you, man, I've been a boxing fan for a long time, dog. And American fighters are the best. And I don't care about what but any of the Mexican fans got to say. American fighters are the best. When you get the best American fighter, an A+ level American fighter, we beating that Mexican fighter. It's what it is. And we're going to beat the brakes off that boy. However, they're number 2. And you know how it is. If you slip up against number two going to do that work on you. Like, that's exactly what happens to UK. Mexicans just beat up on the UK. The year 2021 has been the year that Mexicans have been beating the piss out of them UK dudes, and I've loved every minute of it, dog. Name one A-level fighter Bud has fought. Why? What difference does it make? He's an A-level fighter. I can't name any A-level fighters that he fought. I don't know if there were any in his weight classes. I can tell you an A-level fighter he's about to fight, though, and that's Sean Porter. He has an A-level fighter coming up in about 2 weeks against an A-level fighter, Sean Porter. And we will see what happens with that. Nah, Brooke ain't no A-level fighter. Brooke was worn out. But hey, DH, I do it. That's how I do it. If I see a question, I just run it out there. I just run out there and answer the question. Sorry about that. Yeah, Freddie Jimenez said he's a southpaw. Yeah, so he don't have an overhand right. He got overhand left. However, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be a good fight, man. That would be a really good fight. But Jaron Ennis is going to have to fight. It's not going to be no scenario like that. It ain't going to be no Thomas Delorme scenario. It ain't going to be no Sergey Lipinets type of scenario. You're going to have a dude that's coming at you. Boom, 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 boom. And he's going to get pushed. And that's the thing. He's going to get pushed. He's not going to be pot shot and just hitting Errol Spence with any old thing. It's not going to happen, dog. That's two different levels of fighter. Gamboa in his prime was not an A-level fighter. I don't believe that. I think he was a B+ level fighter at best at any point in time, any point in time in his career, man. Words are said, Fannon, I got 50 push-ups. Porter doesn't go down. Oh, no doubt. I can agree with that, man. Deborah Booker said, Deontay Wilder and Errol Spence are my two favorite fighters. They always have been and always will be, no matter what happened in their past. I don't understand why people hate on both, because they hate on their fan base. I'm telling you. And it's not completely unreasonable, because there's some certain factions of their fan bases can be really, really obnoxious. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would having obnoxious fans will make somebody hate you. Okay? And I can say that for sure, because I got a lot of sweat from Errol Spence Jr. fans. Like, if I say anything that sounds like I was not just, stroking Errol Spence Jr., you're an Errol hater. I'm an Errol Spence Jr. hater. Me. You mean me. I'm an Errol Spence Jr. hater. Okay. All righty, guy. You know what I mean? All righty, guy. It's just, obnoxious fans will do that for you, to do that to you. Giovanni Walker holding down that chat, man. Much love in that super chat, man. If Crawford knocks out Porter, he becomes a boogeyman in the division also. Yeah, I mean, dude, if he knocks out Porter, man, that's going to be very, very big. If he knocks out Porter, that's going to be very, very big. And he'll show that he's another level of fighter. With much love in that super chat. Thank you so much for the support. Absolutely. If he knocks out Sean Porter, that's going to prove that he is a different level of fighter, man. Without a doubt. Top level fighter, all day, all night, top level fighter. Without a doubt. But we already know that. That still don't mean he's going to beat Errol Spence. Still don't mean he's going to fight Errol. He's going to beat Errol Spence. No matter how it goes down, he's going to have to fight Errol Spence. No matter how it goes down, those boys are going to have to fight Jaron Ennis. Because right now, Jaron Ennis is probably the third without a doubt, in my opinion. He's the third best welterweight. Without a doubt. He's at least the third best welterweight. And guys got Virgil Ortiz ranked over him. I think that's wishful thinking, man. Wishful thinking at best. You know what I mean? Maurice McCurry said, imagine he walks Porter down. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. He ain't going to. If he walks him down, I'll be shocked. Rocio Claycomb said, Fannon, you're always the voice of reason when it comes to this boxing-ish. I'm just saying that you're the absolute truth. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much, man. I try to be reasonable. Sometimes I miss the boat. I gotta admit. Sometimes I miss the boat being reasonable. You know? Sometimes, man, sometimes I miss the boat. Like with Dillian White. I absolutely refuse to be reasonable with Dillian White. I can't stand Dillian White. I don't care. I don't give him a chance. I want him to lose against everybody. Just no, there's just no comeback for Dillian White with me. Those guys are way too obnoxious. Way too obnoxious. Johnny Nelson, Johnny Nelson's not that obnoxious. He just be saying crazy stuff. But Tony Bellew, way too obnoxious, dog. It said Raleigh going to prison. I doubt it. I doubt it. You know, that's going to be a me against them type of scenario, depending on when my word versus your word versus all of that stuff and all of that stuff. If they waited, man, that's his word against their word. You know, and he doesn't have any priors or anything like that. I don't think so, man. I don't think he's going to jail. 455 Bench Press 82 said Jaron Ennis versus Keith Thurman would be good, but Boots beats the brakes off him. Yeah, that'd be a great fight. And that would be an introduction, without a doubt. That would be an introduction to the top level for Jaron Ennis. But he's not getting that fight. Because Terrence Crawford wants that fight. More than likely, Keith Thurman is going to get the Terrence Crawford fight next. That's what it sounds like to me. After Sean Porter. Because he's already saying that's the fight that he wants. He's like, yeah, he said, I think Keith Thurman would be a bigger fight than Keith Thurman would be a bigger fight than Sean Porter. I don't see why he says that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why he says that, but that's a reasonable one. You know what I mean? Dennis Higgins, why are you talking like Crawford is avoiding Spence? I didn't say that today. You're pulling that out of your backside. I didn't say that today. Didn't say it. However, if I did say it, because that's what Terrence Crawford keeps saying. Terrence said that he's not interested in that fight. He's past that fight. He doesn't care about that fight. How do you want me to take that? If a man says, I'm not interested in a fight, I'm past that fight, I'm not thinking about that fight, why would I think that he wants that fight? That's illogical, my friend. It's illogical. The reason that I say, anytime I say that it sounds like he's avoiding him, that's because of what leaves Terrence Crawford's mouth. Would you like me to ignore him and what he says? Right? That's what he said. I'm not interested in the fight. I'm past the fight. I don't care about the fight. I'm done chasing him. All of those things say he doesn't want that fight. Help me. And I truly mean that. I would say that to people in Terrence Crawford's camp. Help me understand. Help me understand. You guys are trying to convince me, and I'm open to it if you can convince me, that Errol, who said out of his mouth, said he wants all the belts, says that the fight with Terrence Crawford is going to happen. That's what Errol said out of his mouth. Said it right out of his mouth, that fight is going to happen. Terrence Crawford says he doesn't care about the fight. Errol says the fight's going to happen. Terrence says he doesn't care about the fight. He's past the fight. Help me. Help me. You know I'm being sarcastic, right? Because you know that's why I think that. Because of what left the two people's mouths. Okay? That's it. You guys just are Team Crawford. And I like that. No worries, man. Be Team Crawford. Team Crawford used to have a lot more people in Team Crawford than Team Spence. Used to be. There's not anymore. And that is primarily because of what has come out of the mouth of Terrence Crawford. But I realized that you guys didn't really go nowhere. You guys have always been here. You know what I'm saying? You just were kind of quiet about it for a little while. And that's no problem, man. Like I said, I like Terrence Crawford too. But man, look, don't make me sit up here and act like, yeah, Errol's the one that's ducking. Dude, you saying that because you're a Terrence Crawford fan. Period. That's the only reason you could be saying that. Or you didn't hear what the man said. You know what I'm saying? Or you just didn't hear what the man said. If you heard what the man said, you wouldn't be saying that. Or you know what I mean? You're like Teofimo Lopez or something. Just making shit up, you know? Anyway, Beats Instrumental Z says, salute for 9. Boots needs to fight and beat 2 of the top 5 welterweights before he fights Spence. Why? Why? We'll be waiting around forever for that. We'll be waiting around forever for that. Seriously. He's got to be 2 of the top 5. That means he's got to fight. You want him to fight Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz. Get a fight, not beat. I already know he's going to beat him. But you want him to get a fight against Virgil Ortiz, a Sean Porter, a Keith Thurman, a Danny Garcia. You want him to get a fight, or your Danny Zugas. You want him to get a fight with. When is he going to get a fight with those guys? That might take 2 years. Why does he got to wait another 2 years to get a shot at Errol Spence? I don't believe that. He's ready now. He's already ready. For the fight, he's ready. Or let me put it this way. He's shown me enough for me to want to see the fight. It's not some scenario where that you're not talking about like Jared Anderson. Like Jared Anderson fighting Anthony Joshua. Jared Anderson got like 6 fights or what? Like, I don't know how many fights he got. 12 fights, something like that. Jaron Ennis got more fights than Errol Spence does. He's got 28 fights. How many fights does the guy need before he can get a shot? You know? CB504 said Champside made a good point yesterday. If Garcia with Spence, Mean Machine with Crawford, and the other had shots, Boots ready for one. Well, I don't know about the Garcia and the Mean Machine, but I will tell you that if Stanosis gets a shot at Ugas, then Boots is ready. My argument is Stanosis. I mean, you could argue Danny Garcia is like a former champion. You know what I mean? Like he's a former, matter of fact, he's a former champion. And Mean Machine, now Mean Machine, that's a good one on Mean Machine. Danny Garcia, you could still be like, yeah, he's a multi-divisional champion. Mean Machine was a mandatory. So there's no argument if Jaron Ennis becomes a mandatory that he deserves the fight. But he got it as a mandatory. I think the fact that they made Mean Machine a mandatory, and that's probably good. Yeah, okay, I see it. That they made Mean Machine a mandatory, and they made Stanosis a mandatory for Ugas. Yeah, the dude, man, honestly, man, y'all know boxing better than that. How about you just look at the guy fight? You know what I mean? Like, how about you just look at the guy fight, man? I mean, that's like a lot of people make these arguments like you're looking at a basketball player like, I don't know, like what's his name? Davis. What's AD's name, man? Not Antonio Davis. The Davis that played for I think he played for Kentucky. And you see these guys like somebody that is a freshman in college, and he plays for Kentucky, and he's scoring 35 points a game. Nobody says, oh, don't go pro. You didn't win a NCAA championship yet. We don't know what you'll do in the pros. You're not ready for the pros. Dude, if you're averaging 35 points a game, 35 and 10 for the University of Kentucky, and you lose in the third round of the NCAA tournament for some reason, dog, you still ready to go pro, okay? It's still time to go. Jaron Ennis is ready to go, man. It's just there's nothing you guys have seen in the ring to tell me he ain't ready. Yeah, Anthony Davis, thank you very much. I mean, there's nothing that anybody's seen in the ring to tell me that guy can't fight and then he ain't ready. You're like, oh, I saw him taking shots. Like, if apples and oranges, no, it's not. It's not. If you see a dude fighting at a certain level and he's dominating guys at the level below, it's time to move up. If nobody in college can guard you and you're scoring 35 points, 10 rebounds, you're 7 feet tall, go to the pros. I mean, you can rebound, you can dribble, you can shoot, you got all your fundamental skills. You're telling me no, that's a good comparison with Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis, those are B-level fighters that he fought. Delorme, Sergey Lipinets, what he did to Abreu. Man, those guys are not slouches, and they don't belong in the ring with him. When you got B-level fighters that do not belong in the ring with somebody, the guy needs to move up a level of competition. And honestly, what level of competition is there for him to move up to other than the champions? Really? If he can fight Danny Garcia, he can fight Errol Spence Jr. Danny Garcia used to be a champion. If he can fight Sean Porter, he can fight Errol Spence Jr. Sean Porter used to be a champion. They're all that level of fighter, man. They're all that level of fighter. Danny Garcia's already proven that he's a world championship level fighter. And if you can fight one world champion level fighter, you can fight another one, whether or not they hold the current belt or they don't hold the belt. You know what I mean? He can fight for him. He's ready to fight for it. I mean, on the real, he was ready to fight. Now, on the Errol Spence Jr. side of it, though, let's jump to Errol Spence Jr. Errol ain't got to fight him right now. Point blank, period. And it wouldn't be a duck because he doesn't have to fight him right now. Errol's got Ugas, and he's got Crawford. There is no reason on this planet that Errol Spence Jr. should stop trying to fight Ugas and Terrence Crawford to fight Jaron Ennis. No reason whatsoever unless it's mandated. Same thing goes for Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford has got no reason whatsoever to be, and if he does not fight Jaron Ennis right now, there's no way you can call that a duck because he's got Ugas and he's got Errol Spence. There's guys that actually have belts, man. So, that's my take on it. You know what I mean? You can look at it from both sides, man. But is Boots ready? Yeah, I think he's ready. I don't know. Let me put it this way. I don't know what else you guys want to see. Like, seriously, what else do you want to see? You kind of sound like Deontay Wilder haters. Because now you know why Anthony Joshua did not want to fight Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury showed you. Because if it wasn't for Tyson Fury weighing 300 pounds, he would have got knocked out. Straight up. If Tyson Fury was 6'6" and 240 pounds, he would have got knocked out. Straight up, gone. And he proved it because he knocked that dude down 4 times. 4. Power carried from the first round to the 12th, tired or not, that dude still proved he can deck Tyson Fury. And now you know why Anthony Joshua didn't want that fight, or why Eddie Hearn didn't want that fight for Anthony Joshua, because of that. Which is why I don't want to hear nothing about no Trevor Bryan fight, man. It's like that's what I'm saying. There at a certain point in time, man, what else do you need to see out the guy? You know what I'm saying? What else do you need to see? Giovanni Walker holding down that super chat today, man. Thank you so much, man, for that support, man. Giovanni says Spence is the only fighter that will step up to Boots or call him out, but Boots has to have a belt. Much love in that super chat. I'm telling you, man. Y'all boot fans, pump your brakes on that Errol Spence. As far as him, that's being some walk-away fight, dog. That is a brutal fighter, homeboy. I'm telling you. That is a brutal fighter with a lot of experience. And he's got a style to cause Boots a lot of problems. Because the switching from orthodox to southpaw, it's not going to confuse Errol. He's a southpaw. He's a southpaw. And there's no problem with a southpaw and southpaw matchup for him. Switching southpaw against a southpaw, you're not going to be as good a southpaw as him. You know what I mean? It turns it into an orthodox fight. And southpaw and orthodox, it's an advantage for the southpaw too. So that's a Terrence Crawford. That's a big thing for Terrence Crawford and Jerron Ennis. You know? Anyway. Y'all making all of this about Errol Spence Jr. Y'all Errol Spence Jr. fans and y'all sleeping that, man. He said, y'all love that belt talk. And y'all pants be sagging. Man, it's crazy. Yeah, pull your pants up, dog. Is sagging going out of style yet? It has not gone out of style yet. Now it's like, not only you sagging, you sagging and you wearing tight shit and you sagging, which gets me, man. 3 times Iller said, that's new in boxing. Boots could have gotten that fight easily back in the day. No, he couldn't have. It'd been very difficult for him to get it because these guys would all have to fight each other in the rankings. Back in the day, you would have the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and everybody would know who those guys are. And they would have to fight each other because there wouldn't be because there'd only be one championship. You know what I mean? OP in the building, man. Much love in that super chat, man. Thank you so much, man. F with my English said, Fannon, I asked you the other day, Tank or Pitbull, and now it's happening. Yeah, man. Yeah, but you don't cheat sheet me, dog. Yeah, but you cheat sheeting. F with my English. Oh my God, he said fuck with my English. Yeah, but you cheat sheeted that, man. That had already come out. I knew about Isak Cruz and that trash fight these guys are making. You know what I mean? Julian Later Simon said, Prime Winky versus Prime the Truth. Man, I don't know. Good stuff, man. CB504 says, sent you a cash app. Thank you, man. Hold on one second. Said, hey, man, my man CB said, what's up, Martin? Big fan. Boots ready, Bud. Boots ready. Oh, no, Boots ready. Bud beats him. Very fair, man. Much love in that cash app from my man. Thank you. Much love in that cash app. Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely fair, man. Like that in you, man. So anyway, man. 54-55 bench press said Jared Anderson and versus Trevor Bryan. He would easily take Trevor's WBA regular title. Oh, the WBA, yeah, that's the regular title. It's the WBA regular title. I heard something about the WBC regular title. Yeah, if there's a WBA regular title, why would he fight for the WBA regular title? Why would Deontay Wilder fight? Deontay Wilder got all of that. Deontay Wilder is a draw. Why would he fight for the WBA regular title? So he can sit around and not, man, I think that would be just a step back, dog. No need, man. Deontay Wilder can fight whoever it is. Let that smoke clear. Let Deontay Wilder's head rest. Keep working on what he's working on. Come back and fight for the real championship. That's all. I just want to see him in. And on top of it, it's too late in his career for all that, man. He need to fight Anthony Joshua. He need to fight or Alexander Usyk, somebody for that belt. Seriously, that's what he need to do. Because there ain't no need for no Trevor Bryan fight, man. If he's fighting for the WBA, he need to be fighting Anthony Joshua or Usyk. My man, Quincy Carter, man. Much love in that super chat, man. Said, Boots looks good against those journeymen and contenders. It's different when you're in with the elites. But Errol and Bud are not Lipinets and Delorme. No, they're not. I agree 100%, Quincy Carter. They're not. They are not. They are not. However, there ain't no, let me put it this way. Lipinets and Delorme are not Jerron Ennis. Abu Karov is not Jerron Ennis. Keith Thurman may not be Jaron Ennis, right? They've got to fight somebody. And all those other guys are not Errol Spence Jr. or Errol. So therefore, in order to challenge himself, Jaron Ennis got to be there, man. At some point in time, dude, Errol, matter of fact, that's the guy. Look at the record of Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. had not beaten anybody, but his best win might have been Leonard Bundu before he beat Kell Brook. But he went in there and knocked out Kell Brook. And so at a certain point in time, man, you got to fight. In 26 fights, the guy's at 28 fights. Dog, if he ain't ready after 28 professional fights, it's not like he's got 13, 14 fights. Stanos has got like 13 or 14 fights and he's fighting for a major title. Jaron Ennis has got 28. The dude is ready. He shouldn't have to wait till at 30 fights, 32, 33 fights. That's too much. He's ready to go, man. And much love in that super chat. And Damon Western, much love in that super chat, man. He said Errol's head was snapping back with Porter's punches. So imagine if Boots catches him. Night. IBF Eliminator Abukara versus Boots. Hope it happens after Porter lose to Bud. Look, man, everybody's head snaps back with punches. Hey, Terrence Crawford's head snapped back with punches from Kell Brook. His head snapped back with punches from Egis Kalbanakis. His head snapped back with punches from what's that dude's name? Yuriokas Gamboa. So imagine what will happen. I'll tell you what will happen. Probably what happens is his head snaps right back and he goes right on to beating people. But much love in that super chat, man. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you supporting the channel, man. Said work on them legs. Work on what legs, man? Hey, y'all, give me I need to do a question. I got to take a quick poll real fast. Who do you think wins, Terrence Crawford or Jaron Ennis in 1 year? Put it in. I'm going to be right back. Put it in the chat. Who do you think will be there? Who will beat him in 1 year? 1 year. All right, my bad. So Boots, let me go through. Let me see where we at, dog. Where'd it go from? All right, so we got. I'm telling you, it's split. That's why you know the fight should happen. I'm not gonna read what everybody said, but it's split. It's split. You got Ennis, you got Crawford, Ennis. Wilder needs to work on them legs. Okay, yeah, that's who needs to work on. Boots, Ennis, Boots. Bud, Ennis, Boots, Crawford. Tiger Stripe said, y'all hyping Boots up way too much. Nah, I'm not. No way. No way, dog. He's ready to go, dog. Pitbull is going to pull the upset. Mark my words, man. If that shit happens. So, see, that's why I'm saying that's why the fight needs to happen. Because we want to see the fight. Curtis Sewell, man, much love in that super chat. He said, I hope 2022 continues with the same type of great fights we're getting at the ending of 2021 with. Absolutely, man. Much love in that super chat. And Terrell Boxley said, did you see my super chat? Hey, look, man, we got 400 people in the building. We got Terrell Boxley. Give me 1 second. I'll pull up your super chat. Give me 1 second. Man, I love this chat. Terrell Boxley said, hey, Fannon, I just watched that Ennis v. Lips versus Lipinets, and it's going to be crazy fight versus Spence. I'm kind of worried to be honest. See that, dog? Look, man, that's why you got to just respect both fighters, man. Ain't nothing to be nervous about. Yeah, and Terrell, I'm sorry, man. I had missed that originally. Let me see if I can put it up. See if it's still there, man. Because sometimes Ansar said Boots will trash heap at anyone in the division, and they say no to Boots, Crawford, Porter, Spence, and Garcia. See, I like that, man, because that's what I'm telling you, man. That's what we need, man. And Terrell Boxey said, Fannon, I just watched that Ennis v Lipinets is going to be a crazy fight versus Spence. I'm kind of worried, to be honest. Yeah, don't be worried about it, man. The man wins, He loses, he loses. It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? If he wins, he wins. He loses, dog. That's just the joy of the battle, man. Because these guys ain't got to go nowhere if they lose. And Damien, much love to everybody in that super chat. Damian Wester said Boots versus Spence 2022. Ennis called Errol out. Yeah, I hope we get to see that. I mean, after everything settles there, everything settles. Robin Soto in that super chat, man. Prediction for Saturday, Canelo versus Plant. Does it go 12 rounds or does it end by KO? God, I don't want to do a prediction on that, Robin. I don't want to do a prediction on that. I think it'll go 12 rounds. My gut tells me 12 rounds. Because I think Caleb Plant is a real fighter. I think he's a real fighter. My gut tells me 12 rounds. A 12-round decision for Canelo. That's my gut. I think there's a slightly better chance that Canelo knocks out Caleb Plant than Caleb Plant wins. That's kind of where my mind is with it. But again, man, that just depends on Caleb Plant and what Caleb Plant got. Whether or not Caleb Plant he's gonna have to be an A-level fighter, man. You know what I'm saying? He's really, really got to be an A-level fighter, man. My man Terrell Boxley again in that super chat, man. Thank you for the support, man. He said, my money is on a stoppage. Your money's on a stoppage? I ain't betting on no stoppage on Caleb Plant. I don't think so. But, hey, man, maybe. Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, though, man. But I'm telling you, man, I'm about to go team Canelo. I can't do this no more, man. I can't do it no more. I want to root for the guy. I'm a Canelo fan. I want to go back to being a Canelo fan, and y'all don't care about no steroids. Nobody cares about steroids in boxing. I'm about to turn. Can I be a hypocrite for once? I've been a hypocrite before. I guess not for once. I know I've been a hypocrite before in life. Trust me. Yeah. Hey, F with my English. Are you on Cash App? Yeah, it's right there. You can see it at the corner of the stream. It says $ Fannon INT. That's the Cash App. And Cash App is greatly appreciated, brother. Greatly appreciated. Hold on one second. I gotta let my son in. I gotta let my son in the house. Hold on one second. I don't know what he said. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, man. My son texted me and said, "Can you let me in?" So I guess he's home. I guess he's home for the day. And my man, I'm gonna say Mr. FFQ NQ said, "What's up, Fannon Boots, bro? That's what's up, man. Much love in that Cash App, man. I like y'all sending them Cash Apps. That's appreciated, man. I'm telling you, man. Ain't no shame in my game. It's been a hard year on your kid. It's been a hard year on your boy. Fannon, you know me. I got 1,200 on Plant, dog. Put that money out there, boy. You like that, man. I like that, man. Go ahead and do your thing, man. Lose that money. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and my man, much love in that super chat from my man, Money Mellow Fresh. Thank you. You didn't say anything in that, man, but I appreciate you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that support, man. Alpha Net Analogs said, I'm back. All right, man. All right. There you go, brother. And we got a new member that I just saw. All right, there you go, brother. Gotcha. And we got somebody that joined that I just saw. Maybe I missed it a little while back that joined the chat, that joined as a channel member. Thank you very much. And that is, hold on. That is CVP Jr., man. Said, Fannon, are you still considering putting content on Patreon? Actually, man, I need to go back to that. I do need to go back to that. For sure. Like I said, I got that, man. I said, oh, that's me, bro. That's what's up, man. Got you, brother. Thank you very much, man. I thank you so much for your support, man. And much love in that super chat, guys. Yeah, I need to get that. Yeah, I need to get that, man. Matter of fact, yes, I do. But I got to get high quality content over there on the Patreon. So I got my guy working on it, and we'll be back over there, man. Thank you to everybody that continues to support. Giovanni Walker said, Fannon, how do I Cash App instead of Super Chat? I want money to go direct. It's right there. You got to sign up for Cash App. And it's this $ Fannon INT. That's me right there. $ Fannon INT. Giovanni, because that's Giovanni Walker. Canelo better not underestimate Plant. Man, I'm Team Canelo. I want to be Team Canelo, man. I ain't rooting for Caleb Plant. I'm telling you, I'm rooting for Canelo. If Canelo loses, I'll be upset, man. Now, I will be laughing at some clowns while being upset because you know what fight I want to see? I don't want to see Boots and I don't want to see Boots and Errol Spence. This is how I want to see. Hey, but Go Hard H said, do you think Marcus Brown can beat Arthur Beterbiev? He can now that he got Derrick James in his corner. Yeah, I do. Absolutely, I think he can beat him. He'll outbox him. The question is, what's he going to do in order to keep Beterbiev from trying to roll over him? But yeah, I think he's got a chance to beat him for sure, man. AlphaNet said, okay, so Riley officially out. Yeah, he gone, man. Fannon supports drug cheats. I do. Go drug cheats. That's my angle. I do. I support drug cheats, man. I do. I want to make positive Canelo Alvarez videos again, dog. Y'all just gonna have to forgive me, man. You just gonna have to forgive me. I want to be able to do positive. I want to be able to do positive Canelo Alvarez videos. I want my Mexican supporters back. Because between him and Oscar Valdez, dog, it's ruining it for me, dog. It's ruining it for me. Because, dog, I like me some Mexican fighters, dog. You better believe it. I like me some Mexican fighters. Jack said, hey, Fannon, do you think a prime Floyd Mayweather Jr. would have beaten a prime Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford at 147? Very hard fights for him. But I might give him the edge. Yeah, I might give him the edge. But very, very hard fight. Harder than put it this way, harder than any fight he had at welterweight for either one of those guys is a harder fight because he's a more talented fighter. Both of them are more talented fighters and better fighters than anybody they fought at 147, with the exception maybe of Oscar De La Hoya. And honestly, I think Errol Spence Jr. would have beaten Oscar De La Hoya. Because Oscar De La Hoya is a monster, man. That's who we miss. I miss that dude. That dude should have been the top. That should be Canelo right there. Oscar De La Hoya. That should be how those dudes act, like Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya fought everybody, dog. Caden said, you funny for not. I'm telling you, man, so you a Fury supporter now? No, I'm not. I can't go back to, after the glove situation, I cannot be pro Tyson Fury. But I will admit this, though. There's a side of me that there's things that I like about Tyson Fury. I do. I like how gritty he is. He's a cheating bastard, but I like how gritty he is. The man is gritty. He will get down and fight. And I like that. I like that about Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? I like that about him. I'm just bomb squad. I ride with the bomb squad. You know, that's just kind of how I am. I support the American heavyweight champ, and that's just going to be what it is. You know what I mean? And if you don't like it, it is what it is, man. Damon West said, don't throw your integrity for views like man, don't say that, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that on the channel. Don't make me read stuff like that, man. That ain't integrity. Hey, dude, let me tell you something. People see things different ways. People see things in different ways, man. I'm telling you. And like, I don't care. I can't do it though. I cannot do it, man. God, dog, man, I want to be a Canelo fan. I want to ignore it. But I'm going to start making videos. My man Robert Jaramillo said, Jaramillo said, good morning, Fannon. I'd like to see Charlo, Boots, Benavidez match up any one of these dudes. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Oh, up there? Oh, yeah. Much love in that super chat. Yeah, that's good work. That's good work right there, Robert. Now, let me make sure I put that on the screen for you, man. Y'all supporting, man. Thank you. I'd like to see Charlo, Boots, Benavidez match up to any one of those dudes. Yeah, that'd be good. When they get to 168, Benavidez, I think, should probably go up to 175, though. And let him mop them dudes up at 175. I don't think any of those dudes really want Benavidez, man. To be just to be really truthful, I don't think any of those guys really want Benavidez. Like, I don't want Benavidez Boots, man. That's a big dude, man. Benavidez ain't no joke, man. Quincy Carter said, "Is Canelo still on the juicy beef?" What's up in that super chat? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know, but I'm gonna give him the benefit. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to I'll throw my credibility in the trash can and give my man Canelo Alvarez the benefit of the doubt for the greater good of boxing. Because it's in the best interest that we have him as the superstar, man. Brown Bomber said, "I'm a Mexican supporter, whether you support Canelo or not." Hey, man, that's what's up, Brown. Brown Mamba 163. Exactly, dog. I'm trying to tell you, I like Mexican fighters. Most specifically, I love when Mexican fighters fight UK fighters. I watch every fight where there is a Mexican fighter fighting a UK champion. And I'm going to watch it every time because I'm waiting for that boy to go pop. I'm telling you, them Mexicans make them UK boys go pop. They don't like that. And they can't avoid them because they're too busy avoiding the black slick fighters. They run into the Mexicans. And the Mexicans hand it to them, dog. So big. And I'm telling you, it's time and time again, dog. I'm telling you, it's time and time again. Anthony Joshua was running away from Deontay Wilder and ran right into Andy Ruiz, dog. My man Josh Warrington ain't fighting Gary Russell Jr., runs right into that dude. What's his name? Vargas? Runs into a journeyman named Vargas and gets beat. And then tries to get cute, dog. Then he tries to get cute and is trying to headbutt him and trying to rough him up and all kind of stuff and cuts his eye in the second round and it's called a no contest. The Mexican dude leaves with the belt and the money laughing. Look, dude, you can see it, dude. You can see it on the Mexican dude's face, man. The Mexican dude was like, man, he looked at that cut. He's like, man, I can't believe I got this lucky dog. Because they thought they was getting that belt back, dog. Amir Nelson said, he said, for Houston Tour said, F out of here, man. Canelo juice to the gills. Hey, look, man. Innocent until proven guilty again. Okay? Double jeopardy, dog. You cannot convict that man for the same steroid test twice. He didn't test positive. That means he's clean. I'm practicing my BS, okay? Because I think that's BS. But I mean, it is what it is, dog. Canelo Alvarez can fight. It is what it is, man. He can fight. And I want to see, that's what I meant to say. Because that's what I want to see. I want to see Canelo Alvarez versus Errol Spence. That's the fight that I want to see. I want to see Errol get up to 160 and get that Canelo Alvarez fight. And I want Jaron Ennis. I really want, if I can make it happen, because Jaron Ennis is going to get that Terrence Crawford fight because Terrence can't go to 154. Terrence is topped out. And if he goes to 154, I don't think he's going to 154. He's going to be at 147 for the rest of his career. That's what I think. So, and I don't think the rest of his career is all that long. I think he's got a few. He may get to 40 fights. 4 more years for Terrence Crawford. And I think it's going to be a wrap on Terrence Crawford. I think he'll get out early. Because once he starts slowing down, it's going to be trouble on him. Once his athleticism goes away. So Terrence Crawford kind of got to get this in before he's 35, 36 years old. Because when Terrence Crawford's reflexes slow, that's going to be problems for him because of the way that he fights. But I want to see Errol get up there at 160. That's what I want to see because I think that would be a big mega fight. And I want to see Jaron Ennis beat Virgil Ortiz, Josh Warren, what's his name? Josh Taylor, Virgil Ortiz, Teofimo Lopez. Who else can get beat up down there, dog? Oh, you know who would be a good fight for him? Let Regis Prograis move up. What do you think about Regis Prograis moving to 147 and fighting Jaron? Too small? Mr. Pride said, you dislike UK fighters more than Devin Haney. I don't dislike Devin Haney. Mr. M. Pride, I do not dislike Devin Haney at all. You got to listen to me very carefully. I do not dislike Devin Haney at all. I dislike certain Devin Haney supporters. I ain't going to lie about that. Because Devin Haney supporters will call you all kind of name, everything underneath the sun. It's not Devin Haney at all. I like Devin Haney. I like Devin Haney as a fighter. But I'm realistic about Devin Haney as a fighter. I'm realistic about him. I'm not saying that he's the biggest star in the world. He's not. You know what I'm saying? He's not the biggest star in the world. He's not the biggest name in boxing. He's not. I'm sure he gets big paychecks from DAZN, but he's got a lot of, honestly, man, he's got a lot of press, and Ryan Garcia's got a lot of press, dog, that they really ain't earned in the ring. They earned a lot. They earned that by cult of personality. And I'm cool with people being in the cult of personality, but at the same time, dog, that's cult of personality. That's where I am. I don't think any of those guys have deserve all that stuff they're talking. Teofimo Lopez talking about the takeover. Dog, you beat Vasily Lomachenko, man. Get that man a rematch. You give him a rematch. It was a close fight, dog. You did not dominate that guy. That is more than enough for a rematch. And that is the weakest argument in the world. He wouldn't have given me one. How do you know he wouldn't have given you one? How do you know that he wouldn't have given you one? Maybe Bob Arum might not have wanted to give you one because Bob Arum will dang sure stand in the middle of fights. Maybe Bob Arum didn't want to give you one. Maybe Bob Arum didn't want to give Gary Russell Jr. one. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the case. I don't know why Vasily Lomachenko would have a problem with fighting somebody twice. You know what I mean? It was a good fight. And it'd be a good fight that would sell a lot of tickets. That would be an exciting fight. It wasn't so one-sided that it was a very, very solid competitive fight. Similar to Sean Porter versus Errol Spence Jr. That's a fight that I think that they should run back. I don't think Errol Spence Jr. said he don't want to run it back because he's on strap season. And the only way that he's going to get it is if he gets another belt. But I say run it back. It was a good fight, man. But I don't dislike Devin Haney, man, at all, man. I really don't. I like Devin. As a person, I think Devin Haney's a good guy, man. Everything that I've seen from him that's not related to promoting himself. But I'm separating the promotion from the person. He seems like a very, very good guy, man. Really does. Very respectful of his father. His father loves his son. They work together to grow something, to grow a business together. You know what I mean? Very committed individual. Dude works out, takes care of his business. You don't see him out in the street doing stupid stuff. You don't see Devin Haney getting arrested. You don't see Devin Haney getting, assault charges put on him. None of that stuff. Oh, I think very highly of Devin Haney as a person. Very highly of Devin Haney as a person. However, don't throw all that other shit in my face. You know what I'm saying? Personally, because I got attacked over him. So, I like myself more than I like Devin. I'll put it that way. I like myself and I like my reputation more than I like Devin Haney. And I'm going to defend myself and my reputation from that. And honestly, dude, I was amazed that I was put in a position of having to do so. Anyway, Robert Yaramillo said, man, Fannon, I see a whole bunch of Tank fans fell off the train for not taking Haney, Prograis, your thoughts? They're right. Much love in that super chat. They're right. I like it. They need that. Tank needs that. And that's going to happen more often because Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Leonard Ellerbe think people are stupid. Straight up. That gravy train, dude, you've been on a gravy train for like 3 years, man. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop. It's time now, man. I was defending I was defending Gervonta Davis with the Lomachenko stuff, right? When he was at 130. And like, oh, Gervonta's ducking Lomachenko. But I'm like, dude, Tank lost his belt on the scale. Lomachenko moved to 135. How is he ducking him? Lomachenko moved up a weight class. At that point in time, I was with Tank on that. But now, dude, you're going to have to fight some black fighter, man. You got to fight an American. You got to fight somebody other than a flat-footed Spanish guy and continuing to sell it over and over and over and over and over again. When you can predict it, it's a joke. Straight up. When you can predict it, it's a joke. Because I knew who was going to replace him. Like, oh, who's going to replace Tank? Great mystery. It's going to be somebody that is flat-footed, coming forward, and he's going to have a Latino last name. Without a doubt. I don't care how many great guys call Tank out. That's who's going to fight him because that's what Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going to do. And they're not going to change it until it hits him in the pocket. When people don't buy the fight and he starts showing a negative trend, then they'll step up and do it. Quincy Carter in that super chat, man, said, I seen Canelo eating juicy beef enchilada on All Access. Man, look, Canelo Alvarez does not take his steroids through beef. He takes it to the head, man. Steroids, hey, he is not a steroid cheat, and I'm staying by it. I'm supporting Canelo, man. Y'all steal all the joy, man. Why did he? You said Mexican fighter? Yes, Petty Killmonger. I said Mexican fighter. So what? Petty Killmonger, so what? I said a Mexican fighter. And, you know what I'm saying? If I said Mexican fighter, I meant Mexican fighter. Mexican fighters can say Mexican fighter. What are you talking about, Petty Killmonger? That's Floyd's plan, though, not Tank's. Hey, don't matter, dog. It's Tank's fights. It's Tank's fights. Gotta show me something, dog. It's Tank's fights. As long as it continues to be Tank's fights, I don't know what I can do with that, dog. You know what I mean? I don't know what I can do. The time is over. Peacemaker said Tank destroys Shakur, Russell. Who else? Peacemaker, you say like that's you ask who else like that's a settled issue. You act like just because you said it, that makes it true. Have him fight him then. Have him fight him. Fight him. Everybody else does. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else does. No problems. Teofimo Lopez fought Richard Comey. He fought Vasily Lomachenko. He fought Nakatani. You don't see every fight. You know what I'm saying? Every fight. Same thing. Every fight. It's time to stop, dog. Okay? Just like Anthony Joshua with his we already know who he's going to fight next. He's going to fight one of those guys. One of those heavyweights that all sit in a room fighting each other, he's going to fight one of them. And he did it until he ran out of guys in that room to do. You knew, he's going to fight either Povetkin, or he's going to fight Chisora, or he's going to fight White, or he's going to fight Joseph Parker, or he's going to fight Povetkin. He's going to fight somebody that has been fighting on Matchroom cards. It becomes the matchmaking becomes predictable. At this point in time, I personally believe Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Leonard Ellerbe are embarrassing Tank. And it's going to backfire on him because you cannot milk the cow that much. If he does not fight somebody in that 135, somebody, a Devin Haney, a Teofimo Lopez, a Michelle Rivera. I'll even take Michelle Rivera. Somebody, a Robert Easter Jr., a Gary Russell Jr., somebody like that, dude, at some point in time, it's just a joke, man. It's a joke. And in long term, it's something that's going to lose. Tank is going to lose respect. Tank's going to lose respect, people's respect. I said it maybe 2 fights ago. That's what I said maybe 2 fights ago. What did you say? Damon West says you missed my super chat. Hold on 1 second. I get you. Hold on. Man, I love this live stream, man. This is so fun to extend. This extended live stream is way better. Damon Wester said Loma won his WBC. Much love in that super chat to my man Damon Wester. Said Loma won his WBC via vacant. No one talks about it. Much love in the super chat. Yeah, he did. And who said I missed it? Who said I missed it? Dang. Oh, Damon Wester said I missed the super chat. Oh, yeah, so I got it. I got it. Okay, I think I got it. My bad, man. Thank you. Was that Damon? What? Damon, was that you that said I missed that super chat? I went back and got it. Let me move back up and see if I can see it. So I can put it on the screen. Yes, it's off where I can't put it in the screen. But thank you, man. Oh, there he goes. Damian Wester said Loma won his WBC via vacant. No one talks about it. I talked about it yesterday. But he won his WBC based on that. He didn't win his WBO or his IBF on that. He got the WBC in a vacant fight. But he already had 2 belts, so he's a champ, in my opinion. Whether he was the WBC champ or not doesn't matter. All those other belts were still on the line. You know what I mean? There were multiple real belts on the line when he got that vacant belt. Now, does that make any difference logically? Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of, because, I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Who's Tank's opponent? Who's Tank's opponent? It more than likely is going to be a guy named Isak. I think it pronounced it Isak Cruz. Somebody don't nobody want to see. But guess what? It'll be an exciting fight. Somebody's going to get knocked out. And Gervonta Davis is going to be the big guy in the ring. And he's going to be a southpaw in an orthodox matchup where Gervonta Davis can jab him all night. because he's so small. I mean, he's itty bitty. Thick. He's like, that's why they call him Pitbull. I'm sleeping on Pitbull, dog. Sleeping. Dead asleep, snoozing on Pitbull. Man, look. Pitbull is 5'3" at tops. 5'3" tops. Gervonta Davis is going to have a 2-inch height advantage on that guy. And it's a southpaw orthodox matchup. And Gervonta Davis is going to be able to jab him. When is the last time you saw Gervonta Davis be able to just jab somebody and move on? And his footwork he's a plodding fighter that's going to come forward. And Gervonta Davis is somebody that's got very fast, very good feet, and his hand speed, and he throws wide punches. He's a beast. He's a beast. He's a beast. A beast. A beast. Okay. All right. Donnie 1954 said he vacated a belt to Duck Haney. He got elevated, and he didn't ask for it. But okay. It's a duck. It still didn't mean he beat him. He ducked. He ducked successfully, but Devin didn't beat him. Unfortunate, though. You know what I mean? But, dude, man, let me tell you something, man. That's a case of any and everything Isaac Cruz does well, Gervonta does on another planet. I'm come on, man. I've seen Isaac Cruz fight before, man. Isaac Cruz eats punches from lesser fighters. Isaac Cruz also has a good chin. You know why I know he's got a good chin? Because he gets hit a lot. But we'll see. You got your money on Cruz, I'll take that bet. You said, F with my English for 9. They call him Pitbull Little Mike Tyson. He's a beast. Hold on, man. Isaac Cruz. If he was a beast, why did he lose to Luis Miguel Montana, who was 8-5, and draw with Jose Kaliaki, whatever his name is, who was 5-2? Go the distance with Francisco Vargas. He went the distance with Jose Matisse Romero. He knocked out Diego Maldonado. He has one knockout in his last, ever since he came to the United States. He's had one knockout, a majority decision, and 3 unanimous decisions. Okay? Now, I'm not talking about downing any of these guys, but once his competition stepped up, because 2 years ago he was fighting guys that were 5-2, 9-10, 18-10, 12-2. Okay? As soon as he stepped up, unanimous decision. He beats Diego Maldonado, who was coming off of a knockout 2 fights before to Teofimo Lopez. And he'd been knocked out by Terry Flanagan. And lost to Roman Martinez of all people. To me, that don't read like beast. That don't read like beast. CRV, sir, you still okay? My bad, man. Damn, get rid of that. But bring it back. Yeah, I'm gonna put real stuff on Patreon. That's what I need to do. Yes, thank you. D-Ray said, "You know your shit, man. I'm telling you, man. I've been to that party. I've been to this party. He ain't fought nobody before 4 fights ago. Just showed up to the United States, got one knockout in the United States, and is about to get fed to Tank. That is not a beast, homie. That is not a beast." Donnie 1954 said, "Fannon, he swing wide, Tank jab straight. Oh, no doubt. Yang. No doubt about it. Comes in there with all of that, dog. He swing wide, Tank jab, straight left, sleep." Exactly, dude. I don't want to hear that, dog. Okay? You're selling me that. Okay? You're selling me that. You're selling me it. Like you're selling Romero. Like he's selling Riley Romero. But they're getting a lot of fight. What's his record? I got rid of it. Something in 1. Something 20, something in 1-1. Something 1-1. He said he ain't 21. He's 20. Ain't he 22 1-1? How many losses you count? 1. I don't care. Dude, the dude just popped his head out of Mexico. But hold on. Did I count more than 1? Maybe I counted more than 1. All right. If I messed up, I counted something else. Obviously, I counted something else as a loss. I can't even believe I'm wasting my time on Isaac Cruz. Man, you know I respect y'all even wasting my time with this Isaac Cruz. What'd I mess up with? Yeah, he lost to Miguel. He lost to Luis Miguel Montana. And he had a draw with Jose, whatever his name is. Yeah, I was counting somebody else's record. Whatever. I don't care. He been in the United States. Oh, that's what I meant. Not losses. I said he went the distance with Francisco Vargas. He went the distance with Romero. And he went the distance with Miguel Angel. I didn't count no losses. Now I remember what I said. I didn't say he lost. What I said was he went the distance. I was like, hold on, man. Did I say he lost more than once? No, I didn't. He said, so he has 22. Yeah, he has 22 wins in 1. He's lost once. He's got KOs. He's 22 wins. Looks like he got like 15 or 16 KOs. 15 KOs. 22 1-1 with 15 KOs. He ain't knocking out Tank. He ain't beating Tank by no decision. The boy is food. Stop it. Okay? Let's not do that no more. Okay? Let's not do that and act like that dude's a world beater, bro. He's not, dog. FSU OKC said, Fannon, looking on the bright side, at least he is ranked in the top 10, trying to find a good fight. He could have found Gary Russell Jr. I'm almost convinced of it. Almost convinced he could have got Gary Russell Jr. to move up to 35 to fight him. Almost convinced. Almost convinced. But anyway, okay, it's a replacement fighter. Cut him a break. I'll cut him a break. It's a replacement fighter. All right. It's a replacement fighter. I'll go with it. He ain't better than Riley, though. Man, dude, he's way better than Riley. You like him, huh? I don't see it. Maybe. He's still not. Riley was garbage. Riley was garbage. Yeah, Peacemaker said I would love, exactly. F Society, man, you just talking. AF Society, bro, you about to, hey, man, you might get treated like a casual fan in a second here, dog. I'm telling you, F Society, you very well you may get the casual treatment, which, you know what the casual treatment is? I'm going to go right by your comments. Gary Russell Jr. ain't fighting Tank point blank, period. Why not? They're the same size. There ain't no major size difference between the two of them dudes. One's thicker. They both the same height. Both southpaws. Would be a great fight. Said he's shorter than Pacquiao. Both of them, all of them shorter than Pacquiao. I think your boy's shorter than Pacquiao too. Riley is like Wilder, all punches, no skill. Yeah, you're out of here. I told you you was going to get that treatment in a second, bro. I told you. I warned you. I warned you fairly, dog. I'm sorry. I can't stomach it no more. I cannot stomach it. Can I unblock you from here? Let me see if I can unblock you. Man, let me check these likes right quick, man. We got 400 people. We got 421 people in the building, man. Come on, man. Let's get the likes up, man. I can't unblock you. Oh, no. I can't unblock you. I can't even unblock you, Holmes. Damn, that sucks. I'll unblock you after the show, dog. Hold on, man. Let me unblock you. Hey, you'll be unblocked in a second. Hold on. Control F, and that's F. F. Oh, F. It didn't come up, dog. I don't know. It didn't show up yet. I'll get you out of there tomorrow, man. I meant to time you out, dog. I didn't mean to block you. That's not fair. I didn't mean to block you. I shouldn't have blocked you. I shouldn't have blocked you for that. I apologize. I'll clear that up, dog. Okay? Soon as he said, oh, you got it? You unblocked him? Okay, cool. Did you? You can unblock him? Thank you. If you can unblock him, dog, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man, because I shouldn't block him for that. But look, man, please don't come around here, dog. Real life unhit him. He good. Okay, thanks, man. Because, dude, please do not tell me no Riley Romero and Deontay Wilder in the same sentence. Okay? Stop. Stop, dog. Seriously, man. Stop. Don't nobody need to hear that nonsense, man. Going away, man. Seriously. Anyway. Peacemaker said, dude called me stupid. No sympathy for me. Oh. Yeah, because you bouncing up on troll status. That's what I meant. Not casual status. You bouncing up here on troll status, okay? Trolls, you get bounced, okay? Trolls, you get bounced. But a lot of times, trolls are really casual fans that have just got dickheaded personalities. You know what I mean? Let me say that in a UK way. You're just got a bell-end type of personality. You're a casual fan with a bad attitude. Or a casual fan that doesn't know that they're a casual fan. There ain't no comparison between Riley Romero and Deontay Wilder. Get out of here. If there was, then guess what? I would have been worried about Gervonta Davis in that fight. If Riley Romero was Deontay Wilder, then hurry up and make that fight again. I'll take the fight. If Riley Romero is Deontay Wilder, make the fight. And on top of this, if Riley Romero was Deontay Wilder, they wouldn't have made the fight. They wouldn't have made it. Wouldn't have made it. Anyway, Russell said Russell and Tank would be a great technical fight. Yeah, great fight, man. Melancholy fans. I like that, dog. The melancholy fans. Like that, dog. That's exactly what they is, dog. That's exactly what they are. Just negative on everybody, man. Dude, there's not that many fighters that really deserve the amount of hate that they get. All right. Tyson Fury was one. Because, dog, Tyson Fury was cheating. And that glove never looked like that again. I didn't see no flopping gloves in that last fight, dog. None. Because you know why? Because Sugar Hill said we don't even need that. We don't need that. Why would you flop around and stay out there? I was out of shape. And that's what he was doing because he's out of shape. Out of shape. He felt like he wasn't ready. So he cheated with that flopping glove. You know what I'm saying? Adding distance and all of that, man. He got caught on that. Tank could have found Devin Haney too. Nah, he wouldn't have. That fight wasn't going to get made. Devin Haney ain't going to get a fight with Tank. Your boy already said it. Floyd already said it. It's not going to be made. That long count, I didn't make that big a deal about the long count, honestly. I was sick of complaining about Tyson. At a certain point in time, complaining about Tyson Fury got old for me personally. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You said, Peacemaker said, like you said, I saw the tape. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you talking about on Tyson Fury cheating? Yeah, I don't need to hear it. I saw the tape. I saw it. So leave me alone on that. I saw the tape. You can tell somebody else. I didn't say he's a cheater because of what Deontay Wilder said. I didn't have any proof on that water. And, it is what it is. Al Heyman don't want that fight? No, man. What does Al Heyman got to do with it? Floyd don't want that fight. Floyd said he doesn't want the fight. Floyd Mayweather Jr. said he don't want that fight. Floyd Mayweather Jr. said it. He don't want that fight. Period, point blank, period. He said he don't want that fight. They're not going to fight. Devin Haney and Tank are never going to fight. Honestly, I don't think Tank is ever going to fight a black fighter. I don't think so. I don't think they're going to come out of that until his career is over, which is going to be a complete waste. Because when I get my Hall of Fame vote, I ain't voting for him. Much love in that super chat. Terrell Boxy said, I would put money on a troll being raised by single mothers. Trolling is a female trait. Man, that's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know. Is trolling a free man? You know what? Everybody says I'm anti-short, right? Dog. I don't know, man. I've never done that, man. It's interesting, Joe. I gotta do there's so many dudes though that were raised by their mother that are nothing like that. Matter of fact, most of my boys were raised by their mother, weren't raised with their father, and they not trolly type of dudes. Trolling is dudes that don't get no women. That's what I would say a trolling trait is. Trolling trait, usually dudes that don't get no women. That's what I think. The type of dudes that just, that type of dude. Kind of fat, sitting, and I'm fat, all right? But I wasn't always fat. All right. My chubbiness is my current state of being. The vast majority, well, actually at this point in time, the majority of my life, I have been chubby. But during my developmental years, I wasn't chubby. And I got girls. So I can only hate so much. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I hate, I got to check myself though. Because hating is in everybody's heart. Because it's a cousin to competitiveness. You know what I mean? It's a cousin to competitiveness. So, you know what I mean? It's in there. And it's in there with everybody. And I don't care how successful a dude is. I've seen it in everybody. That if they feel competitive with somebody, things can start coming out. So since most of these guys are idiots that don't know anything about boxing, they might feel a little competitive with me. So they start to troll because they want to be heard. No, you're that, blah, 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 blah. All of that stuff. They can't put a damper on their competitiveness. That's why, because they got to win every point. You know what I mean? People act like that's a good characteristic. It's like, oh yeah, my daughter, she wants to win at everything. She can't, if she's playing cards, she has to win at cards. If we're going to the store, it's a jet. Kobe though? Man, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, man. I think Kobe Bryant was like that in basketball. That was a nice dude outside of basketball. He seemed like once Kobe Bryant retired, I was like, man, what a great guy. Like, what a nice guy. Like, I appreciated Kobe Bryant when he was retired. When he was playing, that dude right there, dog, that dude right there was a jerk. You know what I mean? That overly competitive stuff is you're a jerk. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, you're a jerk. And they will resort to anything. They will resort to anything. But anyway, yeah, I think that's where you get the trolls. Just generally, they're overly competitive people that want their voice heard at all time. If they don't agree with you, they're going to do anything they can to get your attention and try to get the attention on them, which is why they do videos with your name in it. Like, look, man, you may not be biased. You may not be biased. You may not be, a bad guy, but you are an egomaniac, homie, and most definitely a hater. You know what I'm saying? You're an egomaniac and you're a hater. Jay Styles said, Mayweather is using Tank and saying, if you want a shot at Tank, you must sign with us. He pimping Tank. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. That's what those guys do. You know what I mean? That ain't unusual. That ain't usual. Hey, man, Robert Yaramio in that super chat, man. Much love in that super chat, man. He said, your thoughts, Fannon, on Rosado Munguia. Let's get it straight. It's Canelo's pork green chili. That's funny. Oh, I like that fight. I like Rosado, and honestly, man, if Rosado boxes, if Rosado boxes and doesn't get cut, he can win that fight. If he's not too much gone, because Rosado can box and he can fight. Rosado can do both. Gabriel Rosado can do both. Right? I like Gabriel Rosado as a fighter. He can box and he can slug. If he doesn't go in there trying to be superhero, then I think he has a chance to win the fight. If he goes in there superhero against Munguia, Munguia can hurt you. Munguia is a solid fighter and he can hurt you. That's where I am. But I would favor Munguia in that fight. I'll favor him in the fight, but it's ripe for an upset with Gabriel Rosado. Gabriel Rosado is like, the quintessential journeyman, but I think he may also be one of these guys that knows what he's there to do. You know what I mean? That's why I wonder. Because I think there's times that Gabriel Rosado, you remember, do you remember what's his name? Emmanuel Augustus. Emmanuel Augustus was a guy that got a lot of losses on his record, that if he wanted to win, if he actually tried to win the fight, he would have won the fight. But I think Emmanuel Augustus was getting money under the table for losing. That's what I think with Emmanuel Augustus. He knew what he was there to do. So and I think that's kind of maybe where Gabriel Rosado is coming from. Gabriel Rosado is there, and he's there and knows what he's supposed to do. And so if Gabriel Rosado really goes in there and tries to win, then yeah. But if he goes balls to the walls and ain't trying to outbox him, then I think he'll lose. Terrell Boxley back in that super chat, man. Much love in that super chat, man. He said, I have a buddy like Kobe. They are both nuts in competition. He literally is a different person in competition. Much love in that super chat, man. Yeah, it's like, you're just obnoxious, dog. You know what I mean? It's just that characteristic to me is obnoxious. I know that it comes in handy in life, but to me, it's obnoxious, man. Like I don't have to win everything, dog. Or I'm gonna go home crying if I lose. Yeah, stand it. But it's good if you fight. If you got to win for a lose, being a good loser ain't always the best either. You know what I mean? US UK said Canelo Rosado's a tune-up fight. I like Rosado. Dude has fought everyone. He deserves a payday. I don't think it's a tune-up though. I mean, that could be a serious fight for him. I would not put that in tune-up. I wouldn't put that in tune-up land. I keep that out of tune-up land. I think that's a legitimate fight. I think that's a legitimate fight for him, man. No joke about it. It's a legitimate fight. He said most single mothers don't have time to give kids what they need in most cases. Go ask the prisoners. Yeah, I mean, I don't shoot. It's tough for. Look, man, I got I'm here and my wife is here, and it's not easy to give a kid everything you need. It's, you know what I mean? It's not easy to raise a child, period, man. So I'm not going to dump on single mothers, man, because it's not easy. I've got a kid. Me and my wife have been married. My wife, for my kid's entire life, and you can still mess up on stuff. It's so difficult, man. It's difficult. It's impossible to give a child everything you need, because if you compensate in one area, you can be taken away from something in another area. It's just difficult, man. CG Cap said it's difficult in 2021. Too many outside variables now. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough, especially with this TV, man. Lord have mercy, man. They just got anything on TV. Anything on it. But anyway, man, let me go back up here, man. Let's talk back some boxing, dog. I want to get off boxing, man. Somebody give me a question about boxing and not some secondary fight. I appreciate them super chats, man. That's love, man. But yeah, man, Canelo and we said, Jay Styles said, I don't get me, child, what they want. I get them what they need. Yeah. It's tough, man. I'm doing my best, man. He said, what's his name? Terrell Box, he said, man, you definitely hold down the channel, man. Thank you so much, man. He said, you're right. It's ridiculous playing with him. What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is, Terrell. I don't know what you mean. Playing with him? It's ridiculous playing. I'm not sure what that means, man. Oh, there you go. I appreciate it. And much love in that super chat, Terrell. Julian said, Ladisma said, Boots versus Butiev. Oh, I'd love to see that fight. I would love to see that fight. Boots by maybe 8th round stoppage. 8th round stoppage, something like that. And Butiev is going to get beat badly. But Butiev is going to keep on coming. He's going to get pieced up because he's too easy to hit. Way too easy to hit. Them uppercuts coming, that all that stuff, the work that Jamal James did with him is going to be 10 times forward Jaron Ennis. And he's not going to be able to mug him and push him and do all of that stuff because Jaron Ennis is a much stronger guy. And in fact, I think Jaron Ennis is as strong as Butiev. And all of that grappling and shoving and all that, that stuff's not going to pull, man. Giovanni Walker said, why does the super chat disappear? I'm not sure what that is, man. Giovanni Walker said, but Donnie 54, give me 1 second, I'll go get it. He said, if Canelo gets hurt early, he might lose the plan. Much love, man. Yeah, I don't see that. He might, but I don't see it. He might, but I don't see that happening, homie. It might, but I do not see that happening. Donnie said, Fannon, he swing wide. I got that, though. It was a while ago, man. The $2 ones disappear really quick, Donnie. He said, Fannon, he swing wide, tank jab, straight left hook, left sleep. Exactly. No doubt about it. Yeah, I got that, though. I definitely got that a little bit earlier on, man. Damien said, Terrell Boxley, I'm sorry, man, said the only people that can handle Boots is Spence and Crawford. I agree. I don't think anybody else can beat Boots. Much love in that super chat. I don't think anybody else can. There may be a chance of Ugas. Ugas would be a good fight. Like if he could get a fight with Ugas, I would love to fight with Ugas. Because I think it's fair to say that Ugas is I think Ugas is a little bit down from Spence. and a little bit down from Crawford. Ugas would be a really good fight. But I find it really interesting, man, that guys that are acting like they trying to do Boots a favor by hoping he gets developed. Like, yeah, he's not ready. I want to see him against this guy and that guy. Yeah, I'm sure you do. You know, I'm sure you do want to see him there, man. On the real low, as an Errol Spence Jr. fan, I ain't in a hurry to see my guy in there against Boots, because that's a tough fight, man. And I'm being honest. I know that's a good fight, man. I know that's a good fight, dog. Justin Rigo said, Canelo murders him. Much respect for now. What's going on, Justin Rigo? I appreciate that, man. And by the way, man, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon and all that stuff. Support the channel. Nana Yah said, when do you think Jared Anderson, Frankie Sanchez will be ready to step up and fight for a title? Do you think it will be difficult because the titles are held by European fighters? Absolutely. Frankie Sanchez is ready now. Frankie Sanchez is ready right now. Frankie Sanchez will beat Frankie Sanchez right now will beat Dillian White, Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker, Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua. I think Frankie Sanchez right now beats all of those guys. The only questions for me for Frankie Sanchez is Alexander Usyk will be a good fight. Tyson Fury will be a good fight. I think Tyson Fury might beat him. I think Alexander Usyk got a chance to beat him, but on the real, I think that might be easy money. That might be even money for me in Frankie Sanchez. Frankie Sanchez is going to get ducked like, you know, it's just duck, duck, goose with Frankie Sanchez. With Jared Anderson, he'll get a shot. He'll get a shot eventually, but not for a while. It'll be a couple years before he gets a shot. And I don't think it'll be against these crew of guys. I think it'll be against whatever level of cats come later. Maybe if they try to sell Daniel Dubois, you know, something like that. You know what I mean? My man Terry Wilson says, skip my Cash App for now. My bad. I got to keep my eyes on that Cash App because you guys are supporting the Cash App. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. My man, oh yeah, man. My man said, hey, ill made on YouTube. It won't let me super chat. Oh, man, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. And I appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much for the support in the Cash App, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, bro. Terrell Box said, this is my real name. That's what's up. Hey, man, that's what's up. I'm Martin. Nice to meet you. So you know my real name, too. And, you know, there's a story behind that one. Not like I ever wanted to share my real name with anybody. But, you know, certain boxing fans, certain boxers are scumbags in a certain country called the UK. Absolute complete scumbags. Lying pieces of shit. Billy Joe Saunders and Josh Taylor. Lying pieces of shit that honestly, dude, I should have sued. Anyway, Michael Kirkland said, I don't see how Ugas or Crawford beats Boots. Hey, man, we got to see. We got to see, man. He's not that far above him. You know what I mean? I think they're in the same class of fighter, man. They're in the same class of fighter. That's the Duran. That's the Leonard. That's the Duran, the Leonard, the Hearns. That's the Duran, the Leonard, the Hearns for me. Duran, Leonard, Hearns. Right there. That's what I like. Terrell Box said, I really respect you for now. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. These dudes, man, like came out, bro, like because of this, right? I did a video. This is a true story with these scumbags. This is how big of scumbags these dudes are. I did a video where I said that if Tyson Fury loaded his gloves, he should be banned from sports for life. Josh Taylor and Billy Joe Saunders retweeted some story about me being a pedophile. I could not believe it. I was like, man, how big a scumbag are you? That because I say something about Tyson Fury cheating, you're going to put something out about a guy being a pedophile on Twitter. That is Billy Joe Saunders and Josh Taylor. They did that. I was sitting there abso-fucking-lutely amazed. And then somebody came out, right, who does not like me, right? One of my bigger trolls said, look, man, there's trolling, but then there's shit that you do that is really, really overboard. And he literally took my LinkedIn and put my LinkedIn page up on Twitter so that people could see what my name actually was and all of that. Didn't have my address and all that stuff, but actually put that up there. But then watch this shit. Dudes that are supporters of Devin Haney did the same thing. That didn't do much different. Didn't do much different, bro. Did not do much different. They didn't go to that extreme, but just about the same thing, dude. That's why I'm saying, man, a lot of guys in boxing are absolute scumbags. Absolute scumbags. Scumbags. And whole bunch of dudes. They'll be like, and black folk too. Black folk will talk all day about supporting black people and then throw another brother under the bus. They pro-black people that they like. They're pro-black people that get along with them. But will throw another black dude under the bus over nonsense in a second. And I've met and that's a lot of those people in the conscious community. That's why I never rolled with them dudes. Like, yeah, you guys are all pro-black. You pro-black until black people say something you don't like. And then they'll dump, because if you've not noticed, pro-black folk dump on black people more than anybody else. More than anybody else. Because they sit there in judgment of black people on a consistent basis. They will run a black conservative into the ground for a criticism about black people while they criticize black people at the same time. And actually, if you look at how often they criticize black people, they criticize black people more often and more severely. I'm telling you. Jamie, the Miracle Mitchell, what is up, champ? What is up, champ? Support the champ. The champ is here. Let me get it going for the champ. For the WBA champ in the building. WBA champ in the building. What's going on, man? You said that's low. Yeah, that's low. Absolutely, that's low, man. This shit was, I'm trying to tell you, bro, that shit was amazing to me, bro. It was amazing because my channel started taking off, and I'm telling you, cats you think you're cool with will do it to you. Cats that you don't know will do that to you. That's why I'm saying, man, like, there are just so many scumbags in the sport of boxing, man. Scumbags, bro. Be Easy said, Martin, love your channel. Can't find too many people who know real boxing in this era. We both have seen the 70s, the 80s, 90s, and the early 2K when boxing had good fights and fierce competition. Absolutely. Let's love that super chat. Absolutely, bro. Dude, bananas, bro. And Donnie 1954 said that's real hate, bro. Sad. Absolutely, bro. I'm telling you, Josh Taylor did that to me. Josh Taylor did that to me. And Billy Joe Saunders did that to me. Because I said Tyson Fury cheated. And then because I said Devin Haney, Gary Russell didn't duck Devin Haney. It was I'm trying to tell you, man, the amount of people that will just do anything is it's astounding to me. It was a reality check and completely astounding to me, man. Terrell Wilson said, by far the best boxing talk out there. Been following for almost 2 years. Just learned how to support. Also, Canelo wins by KO. Bud Porter goes 12 rounds. Much love in that super chat. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for the support. Giovanni Walker said, Fannon, when you're doing good, people will always, of all races, will hate you from afar. Yeah, man, honestly, man, that shit was wild. I mean, it was wild to me, bro. I had to adjust, but I'm adjusted now. You just don't pay attention to anybody else and just do you. Giovanni said, when Zell Smith, thoughts on Custio Clayton. On Custio Clayton thought. I like Custio Clayton, and I think he deserves a shot at a championship. Custio Clayton be a good fight for Jaron Ennis. Custio Clayton is a solid fighter, man. Very, very solid fighter. Custio Clayton is the dude that got that draw with Sergey Lipinets, right? Yeah, I like Custio Clayton. Jamie the Miracle Mitchell said, yeah, man, boxing's crazy. That's why I do my job and stay out of the way. Sorry that happened to you, man. Thanks, man. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's just like, bro, Ron Mills said, Billy Joe Saunders, I can understand, but I'm surprised Josh Taylor. I'm not surprised. Josh Taylor called this dude. Josh Taylor got like a hate crime on him, man. Josh Taylor got a hate crime on man for calling somebody orange colored or something like that. He said, wow, these UK fans ride hard for UK fighters. Exactly. No, he's just a scumbag. But it's going to come back. That's why I loved every minute of Billy Joe Saunders getting his ass whooped by Canelo Alvarez. Take that ass whooping, boy. That's why I loved it. I love Billy Joe Saunders getting his ass whooped by Canelo. That's why I don't want to abandon Canelo. I'm telling you, and Josh Taylor, I cannot wait for him to move up to 147. Cannot wait, bro, because that bubble is going to get popped. I'm telling you. And I'm going to be loving it. Oh, yeah, Josh Taylor did that shit to me, man. Josh Taylor did that to me. Dude, because I got all kind of people like Fannon. I'm like, dude, first of all, man, my name is not Fannon. Just saying, my name ain't Fannon. So I don't know what you're talking about. That's not even my name. Fannon is France Fanon, the psychiatrist. You know, the psychiatrist, the philosopher, that's whose name is Fannon. And I spell it differently than him. But that's all that crap, man. Anyway. He said, for sure, I rock with Fannon. I remember this went down, the channel's at its peak. Yeah. I mean, the channel's right now, it ain't no different. My channel's doing just as well now as it was doing then. I didn't lose a beat. I did not miss a beat, bro. I did not miss a beat. So it's when it got doing really well that them cats did that. And it was pretty amazing. But nah, my channel's doing the same thing. It's just right now, boxing, same amount of live streams, same people on the live streams, same amount, pretty much the same stuff on the videos and all that stuff. Right now, it's just not a lot of boxing. So this girl loves boxing. This world can be hateful. Oh, yeah, man. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Where's your Charlo sisters? Jose Palenko. Get out. I recognize you. Goodbye. See you later, homie. See you later. More haters than in the live stream. Yeah, there's a lot of that, dog. There's a lot of that. But don't worry, man. Whenever the topic comes up, there's a lot of haters in the Deontay Wilder. It's just not a lot of stuff going on in boxing right now. You know what I mean? It's a terrible year for boxing. Boxing sucked this year, man. Terrible year for boxing, man. Julian said, oh, that's not for me. More haters then, yeah. In the live stream, yeah. There were a lot back then, man. Algaron Hall said, when Josh Taylor moves up, every fight going to be hard as hell for him. Unless they give him a lot of soft touches. But I mean, he's a good fighter, though. You know what I mean? He's he said deuces. Yeah, get out of here. See you later, dude. Jose, dude, we know who you are, bro. I mean, I see you've been doing that shit for years. Nice to know you, bro. Anyway, Freddie Jimenez said, sad how people have so much hate that will try to discredit and dehumanize a person. Martin, you're a real dude, good man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Freddie. Thank you very much, man. And Mr. Emprise said, I'm happy that you was able to rise above the BS. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, man. I had to take some time off, though. But I got sick. Literally got sick, though. I literally got sick. I was in a hospital multiple times, man. Not long after that. Health reasons, it affected everything. Affected my body, affected my mind, affected everything. It was a really, really tough time, man. Like in maybe like February through May, man, was like one of the hardest time in my life, man. Without a doubt. US UK said that they find a replacement for Benavidez. Yeah, they did. Absolutely. They did. I said his name. I can't remember his name right now, dude. It's a black dude. Oh, my man GB Lifetime Video said, couldn't super chat, but cash app you, brother. Thank you, man. Much love in that cash app. Hold on one second, man. Let me get that for you, brother. Oh, man, that's big, man. Terrell, man, thank you so much, man. He said, for I really respect and appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. That is huge, brother. Thank you. That's a big one, man. He came in there big, man. Troy Robinson said, glad you pulled through. Yeah, man. He said, Kay said, came back with that beard on fleek. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I came back all the way, man. It took a couple months, man. It may have been a month of doing videos before I felt all the way healthy. It may have been, but maybe a month of videos before I really felt like, whoo, I'm already back, man. My blood pressure was off the chart. You know, it was just absolutely crazy, dude. Like, for real. Like, my blood pressure was so high, I was worried about a stroke. It was like, you know, it was in the 150s, 160s over 160. It was like reading at 150, 160 over 120. It was crazy. So, it was just a really bad time, dog, in life. And that's what I'm saying. I really do appreciate everybody that continue to support, bro. I really did. I really, really do. TD Sim said, continue doing what you're doing, Fannon. I enjoy listening to your live stream each day while I'm at work. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. And TNO Love 1916 said, been here every day since your return. Keep going, big dog. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. And that definitely means a lot, bro. It definitely means a lot. And I didn't want to have to tell everybody what went on, you know, like what my health problems were and all that stuff. Because, you know, generally speaking, not people's business. But it is what it is, man. It's a much better place now, man. Much better place. D. Reyes said, God bless. Keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate you, man. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys that continue to do that. So much so that would you guys mind if I supported Canelo Alvarez again? Canelo Alvarez should be the best pound for pound fighter in the world, man. He should be known as the best pound for pound fighter in the world. He should be known as that, man. And it's unfortunate that I can't get that man that credit because of that performance, because of his performance in ass and drugs. You know what I mean? Julian later saw him out here clowning, said Cruz blowing out Tank. Man, he is not going to lay a glove on Tank, man. Not gonna lay a glove on that dude, man. Damian Daly said live streams are too live for. Been here near every day for the last 2 weeks. Thank you, Damian Daly, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank God you made it and doing well. Wish you and your family well. This girl loves boxing. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Ma'am, thank you, man. He said, yeah, bad stress will kill you. Take heart. Take heart. Don't forget what a man does. He will reap. What he does, he will reap. Yeah, man. That's why you got to keep it positive, man. That's why you got to try to keep everything as positive as you can keep it. And I'm trying to keep everything as positive I can keep it. That's why, man, is, you know, if somebody don't like what you got to say, it just is what it is, man. Renee Box Young, man, what's going on, man? He said, true, Canelo deserves his credit. I definitely have criticized Canelo, but he deserves credit and respect. Yeah, he does. He's a great fighter, man. Canelo is no joke. Canelo is a great fighter, man. It's just, you know, it's just when you test positive for performance enhancing drugs, that does put something on you, man. It does put something on you. Ronaldo Stewart said, man, glad you're doing well and better, but drug cheats can be the best. Exactly, man. He said there's so many drug cheats, man. But I was a huge Canelo fan, man. Big Canelo Alvarez fan. Until that shit happened, man. Giovanni Walker said, you are the only boxing channel that does his live stream directly from the comment section. Hey, man, that's what it's for, man. That's what I have a live stream for, is to talk boxing. It's wonderful, man. I love doing it. That's why I was like, dude, I can really do this as long as I want to do it. I don't lose interest in it because there's so many knowledgeable boxing fans out there, man. Renee said, yeah, popping dirty will stick with you your whole career. Yeah, that's what it is. Hey, prayers up for you, Fannon. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, Renee Box Young. Yeah, because, man, it was really tough, man. It was life-threatening. Like, at least my blood, all of that stuff, dude, and it had been for months, man. And it would not go down, bro, for nothing. CVP Jr. said, I was genuinely excited to see you back, man. Subscribe to over 50 boxing channels, and you are the top, brother. Much respect. Near 4-year subscriber and 2-year member. I take plenty of life notes from your channel. Man, CVP, man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man. And Renee said, yeah, wow, man, stay strong for now. Yeah, man. Oh, dude, let me tell you something, man. I'm with my doctor. I got high blood pressure medicine. I got all that stuff, man. And, low carb diet, all that type of stuff to try to keep everything together, man. But you get older, man. You got to take care of yourself, man. It is what it is, though. But I'm happy, man. Life is good. Life is good. But I did want to share that with you. I'm not going to talk about that a lot because people might have wondered, and I try to say that like slowly over a period of time because people wondered why I wasn't talking to people and why I went away from the channel for a little while. And so, I wanted to get back, make sure everything was back in order, videos going well, all of that stuff. And I was like, eventually I'll tell people what's going on with me. And that's pretty much what it was, man. Tyler Walker Devin said, Fannon, which fight has a better upset of the year potential, Alvarez Plant or Porter Crawford? Alvarez Plant, because I don't think Porter versus Crawford would be upset of the year because they're closer. It's a lot closer fight. Alvarez Plant would be upset of the year and an honest upset of the year because nobody sees that coming, bro. Very, very, very few people see that coming, man. Take black garlic capsules for lowering the blood pressure. Yeah, I have them, and I need to take them. I don't take them as much, man, as I should. I need to. But Donato Lopez, are you going to any fights coming up? Not for a while, man. Not for a while, man. I'm not going to jump out there with all this COVID and all that, man. I got the and maybe, but maybe I'll start doing more of that when I get when my son gets out of high school and I have more disposable income, Ron Miller, if Tyson Fury had only popped dirty like Canelo, they might have some forgiveness, but the thin gloves were unforgivable. It's a shame because as seen in the last fight, he could have won fairly. Yeah, he was scared of those knockouts. That's what he was. He's scared of those knockouts. That's why he cheated because he always knew he probably always knew he could outbox him. But the issue was, what was he going to do with that power? And because he can't take that punch. And he's proven it, man. He can't take that. He may take it a couple times, but if he gets caught the right way with that, he's going down. You know what I mean? And I think that's the majority of what happened, man. Thyme, the Barbarian King said Billy wouldn't have beaten Plant. But styles make fights. Do you think Plant is harder for him? I don't think Billy would have beaten Plant. Billy Joe Saunders ain't beating Caleb Plant. No. Caleb Plant is going to beat Billy Joe Saunders. Dude, Billy Joe Saunders is not all that, homie. I will take Caleb Plant over Billy Joe Saunders. I'll take him over Billy Joe Saunders. I disagree with that. I absolutely positively believe that Caleb Plant is a better fighter than Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders almost lost to that Argentine guy and couldn't figure him out. Couldn't figure out that guy from Argentina. I don't think he could figure out Caleb Plant. And Caleb Plant can step to him. Nah, man, Caleb Plant is a better fighter than I think Caleb Plant is a better fighter than Billy Joe Saunders. I think Billy Joe Saunders Billy Joe Saunders never. Well, yeah, I guess I don't want to be a hypocrite and talk like that, but I've never seen anybody him fight anybody like Jose Escadigi. I don't think that Billy Joe Saunders is beating Escadigi. I think he'd lose to Jose Escadigi. I don't think he would beat that guy. Jose Escadigi is a come forward fight with all of that. No. And honestly, man, that's why I'm saying, looking at the Jose Escadigi fight, that's why I'm thinking, that bodes well for Caleb Plant because he shows that he can take a guy that's going to come forward and put a lot of pressure on you. Because Jose Escadigi and Canelo Alvarez are similar just in that regard. Not a lot of regards, but in that regard, they're similar in that regard, man. Said, nah, Plant ain't even fought. Man, Chris Eubanks, let me tell you something. Are you from the UK or something? You must be from the UK, Holmes. Talking about Chris Eubank. Dude, Chris Eubank ain't all that, man. Chris Eubank ain't some world beater. Dude, Chris Eubank ain't no world beater, man. F with my English said, Fannon, have you seen Haney Shakur sparring part 2? Nah, I have not, man, and I don't need to see that, man. Y'all need to stop defending that man, dog. Y'all need to stop defending that man, bro. on that sparring. Ain't nothing I've seen in no sparring match telling me that Devin Haney's beating Shakur Stevenson. And he ain't never handled him up in sparring. But please. He said, exact, man, they do. Oh, yeah, Birmingham. Yeah, okay, you're from the UK. That's why I'm telling you. Okay, you're forgiven for that. Let me tell you, man. Caleb Plant is a better fighter than Callum Smith. He is a better fighter than Billy Joe Saunders. He is a better fighter than Chris Eubank. He's a better fighter than George Groves. He's a better fighter than all those guys, man. Caleb Plant is a better fighter than all of those guys. You guys got Caleb Plant twisted, I'm telling you. You got Caleb Plant twisted. Or I have Caleb Plant twisted. Okay? Either you got him twisted or I got him twisted. But I don't see any of those guys beating Caleb Plant, man. I don't see none of them. He said, we still on you the man for now. Yeah, man. Not just for a second, man. I'm done. This is the time frame that I do it. But look, man, is Caleb Plant better than Jacobs? I don't know. I think so, though. I think he's better than Daniel Jacobs, yeah. My gut reaction is, yeah, he's bigger than Daniel Jacobs. He's bigger than Daniel Jacobs, and I think he's a slicker fighter than Daniel Jacobs. I think so. But I believe he's around the same level as Daniel Jacobs, a little better than Daniel Jacobs. That's where I would put him. Let me put it this way. I don't see him getting knocked out by Demetrius Pirog. And I'm telling you for sure, Gennady Golovkin ain't beating him. I don't see Gennady Golovkin beating Caleb Plant. But I could be wrong. You know what I mean? For me, at 168, the man was David Benavidez. Maybe after that, Caleb Plant. But Caleb Plant is a good fighter, man. And I'm going to give Canelo Alvarez a lot of credit if he beats him. I don't think this is something where it's not a competitive fight. But look, I'm going to get up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys so much for coming to the live this morning. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.